on, guys. I think it's on a different link again.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Schmoedown Entertainment Network. Now you're hearing me. Welcome back. Still getting used to this Zoom thing. But, hey, I'm the newbie in this crew. Uh-oh, somebody's got their YouTube on. Turn it off, guys. This is an amateur show. It's nice to have everybody back here today on Wednesday. A lot of great things happening. Not only in the world of movie news, a lot of news to talk about, obviously. There was even news that just broke. There's going to be a deal that DC Universe fans will get from HBO Max. They released that news today. Uncertain news on the ongoing topic about whether or not we're getting movie theaters and movies back in theaters. Everyone's talking about it was going to go to August, and now August is uncertain from a new report that comes out, and we'll go into that. There's a Midsummer director's cut that's coming. Ooh. Lost, the television show, was apparently, Damon Lindelof was talking to Collider, and he said it was only scheduled to be 3 seasons, and then he was pushed back on that, understandably. So there is a big Star Wars match today. There's also a Star Wars book that's coming out, a new canon book. All of that and more on the show. So joining me today, it's Brett Sheridan, RB3, Ben Goddard, the bandit himself, and no sound Magoo, Kate Mulligan, who's hidden at the moment because she's trying to figure her shit out. So look, guys, there she is. Hi, how are you, Kate? You're muted at the moment, so you did the same thing I did. So unmute yourself. You see the little button on the bottom left? You got to hit unmute. You see that little button? That a girl. Hit that.
That's not actually what was happening.
Oh.
But if you want to have the fight with me that my husband and I just had.
What was it? Can you reenact it?
Yeah.
So
my husband.
Let me set it up. Ladies and gentlemen, right now on the show, we are going to reenact the fight or the spat, the dispute between Kate Mulligan and her wonderful husband, who was probably right. Go ahead.
Well, that's how the argument starts.
Yes.
I've got my boss, Kristian, saying, "That's great. You don't have sound. It's only 10:01. That's great. The show's starting, but you don't have sound. That's great." So I go, "Dickie," and then as Brett can mouth read, and so Dickie comes in, and it is his. It's a Focus, right? You guys know about these?
Yes.
Okay. So what are they called?
Preamps.
Preamps. Okay. So I have it plugged into the computer. You guys aren't hearing the sound, and then he comes in and he's like, "Oh, you had the guitar plugged into the preamp." Hey, everybody. Do I play guitar in this house? Was I recording music last night, plugging the guitar? So then I'm like, well, I didn't plug the guitar, and he's like, no, it was plugged in here. And I was like, well, why would you say I plugged the guitar in?
Oh, so
and he was like, no, I'm sorry, I was trying to help you.
I've been in this argument before. So basically, what he was trying to say to you was the reason it's not working is because the guitar is plugged in.
Yes. So, but he made that about no, I didn't take it. I didn't take it. He said you.
That's not.
Had the guitar.
I know that I'm getting into a fight that I shouldn't even be getting into here, but that's not what he meant. What he meant.
Did he also tell you that your mic levels are way high?
I pointed the mic. to myself this time, Brett.
Well, no, this is the thing I want to explain. I don't want to get sexual about this, but I'm gonna actually mute mine to show you what people are talking about, and I'm gonna mansplain this to you silently.
Okay.
You gotta see it. She can't see you. I don't think she can see what you're doing, and nobody can.
Yeah,
it's from somebody who's on radio a lot. That was not good radio.
No.
As he just is now talking. But I don't know. What's the point he's trying to make, Goddard? Do you understand?
I think because Kate has a singing mic and she's doing this, and you got to do this.
You're loud too, though.
Yeah, you can. Everybody's choking the mic.
Wait, you guys are saying that I'm loud now?
No, you're better now.
No, you're perfect. You're perfect. You're
I
perfect.
turned it down, but
No,
I
you're
also
good.
put it pointed at my mouth because you guys told me I had to point it at my
You
mouth.
you actually sound good. Goddard sounds like he's
Okay now?
you better. You sound like Mark Ellis talking normally.
right.
But
So-
basically, all I'm saying, just not to dwell on it, but like if you're singing in a rock band, that's like a rock and roll condenser mic or whatever. And
So
like,
stay as far away as possible.
I feel you on that.
So since you had the guitar plugged in last night, make sure
when you unplug the guitar, you put
Who's rocking out in that studio when you're not doing this?
In this?
Yeah.
Kids.
Now is she low? I hate to say that. Is she?
No.
She's gonna lose her.
Okay, she's a little low. Goddard's a little high. Like everything just got kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's going on with the link issues? By
You
the
guys
way.
want this? You guys want this? Is this better? If I just hold it?
Fine. So the other thing, by the way, everybody, is that we are actually streaming now from both Facebook and Twitter. You can find us on the Facebook groups. You can watch it live on the Facebook groups. You can watch. We are now streaming live from different platforms. So we're excited about that. Every day, if you want to watch the show, you can. You don't have to. If you find the link on Twitter, you can just watch it straight off of Twitter now. You can watch it off Twitter, all those things. And remember, and we're going to keep this SCHMOEBOT on for the whole show here today. So let everybody know that streamlabs.com/theschmoedown. The crew is back. You guys have been great with the donations. It definitely keeps the crew sticking around. You can do it through SCHMOEBOTS. You can do it through streamlabs.com. Just ask any question you want. I think that the topic we're going to do today at 11 o'clock, I saw this in the Facebook group, is movies that you want a sequel to. Now, it doesn't have to necessarily be a direct sequel. It could be a fifth movie. It could be a sixth movie. It could be whatever movie that you want. It's still, qualifies as a sequel. But any movie that you want a sequel to, you can put that in the chat room now. You can add part of the discussion at 11 o'clock. So, just to let everybody know. But let's jump into some of these stories here. And the first one has got to be this ongoing conversation about the theaters. I know we're kind of sick to death of talking about it, but it's one of the big stories that just keeps on coming around. Like, there was the big news after the reopening that it was going to happen, and they were sticking to July, and that Tenet was going to open in July, and Mulan was going to open in July, and the other day we got news that everything's moving, and now there's a new report, and this one that I'm reading, Deadline reports that after the upcoming July 4th holiday weekend this weekend, there will be another assessment by the studios and the big circuits as to whether the current early slate of titles, and that's Unhinged, Broken Hearts Gallery, Tenet, and Mulan, are going to be pushed back again by 2 more weeks. This time as one big block. This suggests, the films currently targeting August openings could easily slide into September, and if that is so, it'll likely bump The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It, on September 11th to sometime in 2021. For now, the movie release dates remain a highly fluid situation. This is the same conversation and the same answers. There's no chance that there's no end in sight right now. There's no chance that it opens in August. And I know that every time I say this, there are more and more people, I think, that are saying, I saw someone say, okay, I was pretty tough on you and saying, oh, no. I remember the same guy who had said, you're wrong, Harloff. They're going to do it in July. You'll see, just being a skeptic. It has nothing to do with being pessimistic. It has to do with the way that it looks overall right now. And it just does not seem that you're going to, if you're a theater, Goddard, right? If you're a theater right now and you said, okay, look, there's all these cases, new cases that are opening up. And, yeah, there are some people who want to see movies right now, but there are a lot who don't. Do we want to open right now? And the studios are like, well, we're not putting movies out anyway. So when do you think, if you were to guess of when realistically the theaters are going to open again, what would you say right now?
Well, I saw in Texas that people are protesting that bars are reclosing. And here, like, I think my bar is going to stay open because we serve food. So, like, there's that loophole. And it's like, so you're only closing bars that only serve alcohol? Like, it's like the weirdest shutdown. So I honestly don't know. I'd say November at the closest right now. Like, I'll just take a shot and say November because yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, former movie trivia Schmoedown singles champion of the world, William the Beast Bibiani, is in the chat. He says we need to stop pretending that everything is going back to normal in the immediate future. We're looking at early 2021 at best for a normal theatrical release schedule. I don't think he's wrong.
I don't think so either.
I think. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. We had a SCHMOEBOT that came in. I guess you guys couldn't hear it. So give me 1 second.
Yeah, please.
Let me figure that out. But yeah, y'all keep talking.
Let me know.
You probably have the guitar plugged in.
well said. Anyway, but I agree. I think that I think that we just don't know. In general,
Lawrence Lease donated $20. I could see theaters open in October. Yeah, Texas is shutting bars down when their sales are 50 from alcohol. Joyful my industry.
Yeah.
Oh, joyful. He means F my industry.
Oh, yeah.
SCHMOEBOT replaced it.
Yeah. Well, it's look, that was the we have gotten into this so many different times here about whether people did things right or wrong, and there's no more finger pointing at this point. It's just a matter of pure fact is that there's just not a scenario, and I have to agree with Bibiani here. I don't think that there's a scenario where this thing opens up, where theaters open up this year. I think it's going to push back to most likely 2021, and then you're just going to have a very crowded season next year, and then a lot of movies have started filming, and because there are other countries that are getting much better right now and can film, that you will see production on filming in other countries, and movies will have release dates next year. But, I mean, everything should be filming in New Zealand, but they don't want anybody in the damn country anyway, so I don't blame them.
Remember when Fast 9 pushed an entire year and everyone was like, whoa, 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 and that was the most genius move ever.
Kate, you got the guitar plugged in. I said you got your guitar plugged in. We can't hear you. Unplug the guitar that you plugged in. You see, this is how live streaming works. Kate put the knife down. Oh no.
My favorite part about Kate right now, she doesn't even tell you where the fuck she's going. She just leaves, and it's just a chair.
Yep.
I don't know if anybody can see that.
Well, you know, with me, it's the bathroom. Anytime I dip.
But you normally signal or something. She just says "fuck it" and leaves. She's probably yelling at her husband right now.
Now I gotta deal with this running joke of the guitar being plugged in because of you.
It's a big joke. I'm laughing about it on air, but you're gonna get some shit. You're getting shit now, and you're really gonna get shit when I get off the air here too. So it's me, right? I did the guitar. It was me, right? They're all making fun of me now. And now Kristian says he takes your side. So good. I'm glad someone takes your side because you're going to be sleeping on the fucking couch.
You could sleep with your fucking guitar. This is your new room.
Right. So.
Yes. Oh man.
Yeah,
and that's the thing is that I feel like these movies, they need packed theaters to make it worth it. And so it's not going to happen. Even at 50%, even if we do a 50% seating, they might make more money, but the theaters aren't going to make money off concessions. No one's going to go buy popcorn or drinks and take off their masks. So,
I wouldn't say nobody because
that's right. I'm way overestimating.
Yeah, because if it was nobody, we wouldn't be in the problem that we're now.
Touche.
Yeah.
I mean, even you, Ben, you said that going back to bartend, half capacity is no way to.
Jim R. Jones donated $20.
You don't make money bartending at half capacity. You need a full bar. You need lots of people.
You don't make money bartending half capacity because no one knows how to tip.
Wait, hold on. Kate's back.
Sorry. Are you guys also not hearing these SCHMOEBOTS? Because we just had one and it didn't.
No.
Oh yeah.
No, I only heard the last one we heard was Larry.
They're hearing it, but here's Kate. Kate's plugging in her amp. Hold on.
No, I actually give me 5. We got a bit of an issue over here.
What's happening? Were you getting into some shit? Was I right? I was right. What's wrong?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay? Are you all right? Oh wait, are you okay? What's wrong? Would you take time off? Take time off.
Yeah.
Take time off.
I'll be back.
I didn't know that. Yeah, take
I'll be
time off.
back.
Yeah, come back.
Oh no.
Oh shit! I didn't realize that was real. All right. Well, okay. Well, that sucks. Anyway, so we are now gonna go. We're gonna move over now, and now we're gonna do. We're not hearing that SCHMOEBOT. Can we get the SCHMOEBOT?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out right now.
I can read it if you guys want.
Yes.
Jamar Jones. Hey, Kristian, there seems to be some confusion around whether Ben, Irwin, Roca, Dan, Guy, or Kalinowski will be eligible for the singles tourney, and if they don't win the title. Could you clarify, or is that announcement yet to come?
No, I already said this on the Facebook group here today. So Ben Bateman's not in the tournament because he's got a number 1 contender match. Mm-hmm. Now, Andrew Guy will play Mike Kalinowski in a number 1 contender match. Whoever wins that will also not be in the tournament. So whoever plays Ben Bateman in that number 1 contender match, and whoever the champion is at that point, whether it's either Dan, Ethan, or Roca, they will not be in the tournament. The only 3 potential people out of that mix that will be in the tournament is the if Roca doesn't win the title, if Erwin doesn't win the title, or if Dan loses the title, then they can be in the tournament. Whoever the champion is out of those three will not be in the tournament. So that's
what about the loser of Guy Kalinowski? Can they be in the tournament?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
got it.
Yeah. The only thing that would hold us there is depending on when we have to tape that match. Now, if we wind up taping that match later than the date that we're aiming for, then it is a potential that neither one of those guys would be in it either. But we're trying to record it early enough that we can do that. So I want to make sure Kate's okay. So I hope she's okay.
I'm 100% sure that this is one of those things where, I have this with my wife where it was something silly became, like, shit, we've been locked together with each other, I'm like, congratulations on hanging a fucking shirt, Lonnie. Look,
I get there too. Send her.
Did you see that TikTok?
Brett, send her a text and let her know that she wants to take off and come back tomorrow. That's fine.
Yeah. Did you guys see that TikTok of like the boyfriend, and she was just like, sorry, I wash the dishes, I make dinner, then I clean up after dinner, I do the laundry, but sorry if I'm not a little nicer.
Yeah, I did see that. So RB3, what's going on with the SCHMOEBOT? We don't know yet.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna switch to an image of the thumbnail for a second. Yeah, and while we fix that. But yeah. So you guys keep talking.
All right. So anyway, as far as the theaters go, there it is. I think everybody now at this point believes that we're not opening for a while. You know what? I'm going to ask the chat room in general here. We do want streamlabs.com/theschmoedown. It is very important to keep the crew here. So streamlabs.com/schmoedown. SCHMOEBOTS, even if you put them in and they're not getting read right now, RB3 has the ability to play them back. So go ahead and put them in. And let me know though.
More restrictions today in 2 hours, so yeah, I doubt it.
Okay, wait. Let me replay that one more time.
Replay that. Go ahead, RB3. Here we go.
Cool Cat 88 donated $20. Yeah, California governor is coming out with more restrictions today in 2 hours, so yeah, I doubt it.
Oh yeah.
There's no chance. Not in the California.
Restrictions coming? Oh yeah.
Yeah, not in California. I mean, he had to step in, and I think he was getting pressured originally. That fucker didn't want to open up anything, and he was getting pressured, and then did the reopening of the bars, and then he shut it down. So, anyway, thanks, Dan. I appreciate it. Dan says all the audio doesn't sound good right now. Well, look, then you come over and you fix it. Because I'm tired of it. We got the crew back. That's what you get. So
yeah. I'm sorry. It's kind of impossible to make it like studio quality.
Yeah, we're streaming 5 different people. So it's what do you want me to do? Okay. So then the other story that we were talking about here is this story about. Did you see this RB3 about Damon Lindelof when he was talking to Collider about Lost?
I did see that. Yeah. I saw that conversation.
Yeah, it was interesting. Go ahead.
No, it's funny because I'm not as exposed to Lost as maybe like a lot of other people are. I've actually my main exposure comes from mainly like the pilot and remembering when it was airing on like actual TV. But I love Damon Lindelof, and from every other project that we've seen of Damon Lindelof, his shows really only last like a short amount of time. So the fact that Lost lasted as long as it lasted, and the fact that most people frankly kind of hated Lost towards the end, the fact that he's coming out and saying that now it was only intended to be 3 seasons is super interesting. So, but yeah, when you look at like The Leftovers, which was 3 seasons, Watchmen, which was 1 season,
right?
He has this thing about short TV shows. So you can see with Lost, he kind of just fell off the wayside with it. And
Well, look, he says it inside of that article, right? So if you guys, for those of you not knowing what the story is, Lindelof was talking to Collider, and they asked him about Lost, and he was saying that originally he pitched it like RB3 said for 3 seasons, and then the studio was like, people are watching this show. Why would in the world would we end it after 3 seasons? And when you're a network show, that is it's understandable, and that's the difference. I think today, if Lost was pitched, it wouldn't be a network show anyway. But you have this big hit show, and that's why season 2. Remember, the season 2 notoriously had that big lull, and there's like 77 episodes or something in the second season. It just takes like so long to when you're waiting for it. Like if you watch it like on in binge, it's a lot better. But when you're watching it, there's a lot of filler, and they even said it. He was very honest in the interview, and he was talking about how the way that he pitched it about the mysteries, and there were certain mysteries that they felt like there'd be new mysteries that they could pitch that people would get invested in. And he goes, and the balance was very hard to keep for all those seasons, and they did, and it was still a massive hit show for all the seasons that they had. And I was one of those people. I did like the finale, but anyway, it was. I think it was it was telling and understandable on what the studio wanted, but it also, as a creator, he was pushed to add more episodes, and he was pushed to make more filler. Goddard, were you a Lost fan? Oh, go ahead, Brett. Go ahead.
I was going to say, and they said, like, they wanted him to go 10 seasons. How at season 2 or 3 do you go, we want 10? I don't know. That seems like a little shark jumpy.
That's network TV, though. Like, and that's how network TV's like always been. They've always been like, let's do 10 seasons, 12 seasons, 23 episodes of seasons. And that just is way too much for a creator, for anybody, honestly.
Yeah. Kate Mulligan is back, ladies and gentlemen. Kate Mulligan. You good?
Medium. I'll give it a solid medium.
Okay. Were you a Lost fan?
I was. I gotta tell you, but to hear that he only planned 3 seasons, I'm like, that makes a lot of sense considering the series.
The
last couple seasons did not do it for me.
Really? See, I didn't. I thought that there was a lot of filler, but I thought the stuff that he actually pieced together was pretty good. And like we were just saying, the network, we should say, just pushed him to do more and more episodes because it was a super popular show, more sponsors and all that. It was a moneymaker.
Yeah, I feel like that. Also, wasn't Lost another one that was affected by the writer's strike, or am I wrong about that?
Yeah, it says it in the thing. Like the writer's strike, kind of in a weird way, it seems to have saved the show from like only being 3 seasons because they broke up the seasons into shorter episodes, gave the writers more time to write in between. And I've never seen Lost. I haven't seen it. So I can't comment on like the quality.
You like it, man. It's right up your alley.
I hear the first few seasons, just like Heroes, is like really good, but then after the writer's strike with Heroes, it kind of fell apart.
No. It's not the same as Heroes. Heroes was like season 1 was great, season 2 was like, and then it just stunk up the joint. That's not the case with Lost. I'm telling you, I think you would dig Lost. But I'll tell you what, sticking in television, I can't remember who it was on this show. It was a fan that recommended Happy with Chris Maloney. Is anybody watching this show?
I've seen a few episodes. It's wild.
It's fucking great. Holy shit. This is what I am so mad at myself that I never watched this show before. It is amazing. Kate, this is a show that you're either going to think is the greatest thing ever created or you're going to think it's a fucking idiot show.
It's insane.
I love this show. It's one of the greatest things I've seen on television in the last 5 years. RB3, have you caught this yet?
I have not. No, I have
you know what it's about?
No, I have no idea.
So it's like the way I put it on Twitter last night was that it's like the Punisher on acid, mixed with a Pixar movie. It is so absolutely insane. So Chris Maloney is this disgraced cop or ex-cop, right? And he was like a hero detective. He was like the badass motherfucker when he was like a hero cop, right? Now he's a fall down drunk with a death wish, right? And he just wants he's an assassin basically. There's like mob guys who hire him to kill people, and he's like brutal, and it's like he's got no heart anymore. Well, that's not true. He has no heart for the job. He's very good at killing. He's terrible at everything else, right? So he does that, and then there's this storyline. I can just say that involving a little girl, and the little girl says, "Go." You just see her. Something happens. She goes, "Go get him. Go get him." So our main Maloney is hurt on one of his jobs, and he wakes up, and while he wakes up in the ambulance, he is visited by an animated horse flying unicorn voiced by Patton Oswalt. Apparently Bobby Monahan did it in the pilot. I didn't notice the difference, but it is, and their dynamic between the two of them, because he's the horse is straight out of a Pixar movie. He doesn't although there's one scene of something that he does that is it's insane. So anyway, I watched 3 episodes of this fucking thing last night. I didn't go to bed until 11:30. This show should be watched by everyone. This show is so good. I have to get Chris Maloney on this show to talk about this, because apparently the show also it started on Sci-Fi, which is probably one of the reasons nobody was watching it.
That's right.
And then it's on Netflix now, seasons 1 and 2, but season 2 did not well. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's the same thing that we're talking about here with other shows. Maybe it doesn't get good going. And I don't know. But Brett, Kate, watch it.
Okay.
It's fucking bonkers, man. It is so crazy, but it's funny. Chris Maloney is
good.
Oh, he's incredible in it. There's when the opening scene, when he's not the opening scene, but when he first sees Happy, the looks on his face when he sees it is like he thinks he's hallucinating on drugs, and it's so good.
Wait,
and
is in the world of the show, is he not hallucinating?
No, Happy's really there. Happy is this girl's imaginary friend, and she sends him to go find Chris Maloney, and so Chris Maloney can see her, and nobody else can, and their relationship is just it's insane. Kate, I think you're gonna love it. I bet I will. I think you're going to love this show. It is so incredible. It is not a CW show. It is. Someone said Sci-Fi is trying too hard to be the CW. This show. I'm telling you, it is as violent as The Punisher.
I remember seeing Patton tweeting about it, and it was what you said. It was on Sci-Fi, so I was like, oh, well, maybe this will show up. So now that it's on Netflix, definitely I'll check
Watch
it out.
RB3, watch this show. I'm telling you, like it is. I want to talk about this. I want this show to become the happy recap show. I'm telling you, somebody needs to watch this show over the weekend, because I need someone to talk about this show. I have not been I have not been so into a show I watched because my wife and I were going through things to watch last night, and I said, oh, somebody recommended this to me, and I watched, and the scene that they show, like Netflix doesn't show trailers, they show scenes. So and then they show the scene where he first sees Happy, and my wife goes, oh yeah, no. Right. And she goes into the next room, and she's like, she's like, I'm gonna go to bed. Are you gonna watch anything? I go, yeah, I think I'll watch this fucking show. And she comes out, she's like, you're still watching this? And I was like, if I didn't know that my 2.5-year-old wasn't gonna wake up at 5:30 in the morning, I would have watched the whole fucking season last night. It is such a fucked up fun show, and oh dude.
But by the way, your wife is, I'm sure, delighted. She's like, well, at least it's not Vanilla Sky.
She was the one that brought up Vanilla Sky, and she's like, yeah, we watched that for two nights. Took us. But how many episodes is Happy? Apparently, it's got 2 seasons right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wonder if it does well enough on Netflix. If Netflix will then. Haven't they done that before, where they'll buy up the property?
I think so. I mean, that's what they do. Like Cobra Kai, right? Cobra Kai is one of those too. But guys, tweet it if you're watching this right now, whether it's live on Twitter or Facebook or obviously in YouTube. Tweet at Chris Maloney and tell him he's got to come on SEN because we're raving about Happy. Because I will put Chris Maloney on this show tomorrow to talk about this show.
RB3, another SCHMOEBOT came in.
I know, I was just going to say. Yeah, we have another SCHMOEBOT that came in. And
sure.
What happens is when people come in and out of the video, it turns it off for you guys to hear it. So,
oh, sorry.
No. I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying.
No, it's fine, Kate. It's fine.
No, it's not you. It's not you. I'm sorry. It's just,
When people leave their guitar plugged in, it turns the SCHMOEBOT off. So.
No, not at all.
Was Happy actually canceled? Someone said it was canceled.
I think so. I know Patton, like Brett used to say, he used to tweet about it all the time, and I just haven't seen him do it. And I remember there was a Save Happy hashtag going on.
I found the fucker too late. I'll tell you that, because it's if it stays the same for the remainder of the season and next season, then it was just marketed terribly. Maybe it has a terrible second season. I don't know. Anyway, so. Yeah, go ahead, RBT. So let's play that again. So what? Yeah, why is that happening today and it didn't happen yesterday?
Well, it happens often whenever there's.
Because I left because I left the. We had to put my video back on.
No, it's not your fault, Kay. It's not your fault.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
my fault, but
It's
that is-
actually it was working fine when Roku was here both days. So
True. Don't worry. He'll be back again. So I will. So anyway, so I just wanted to bring that up, and then I know you guys kind of talked about it briefly yesterday, but Brett had texted me the other day about Eurovision.
Oh yeah.
You guys talked about it yesterday, or not really?
yeah. I gave
yeah.
a quick little.
We can get into Eurovision because Eurovision was another one that I was very interested in, and my wife and I were like, let's try this, because we like Will Ferrell and obviously Rachel McAdams, and I did see the part. I hear what you were saying, Goddard, as far as she should get more exposure, but she is 100% an A-list actress. There's no
For
doubt.
sure. I wasn't trying to like be denigrating about it.
No,
but, like,
I know what you meant. It's just level-wise.
She
be doing more.
doesn't get those Amy Adams type roles. Like she's so good.
I don't disagree.
Love Rachel McAdams.
I don't disagree. She's been in a lot of good stuff, but she took a break for a while, and then when she comes back in, she always crushes it. But this was something that I didn't know what I was gonna like or about it. And Brett texted me like I think the day after I tried 10 or 15 minutes of it, and Brett's like, "You got to watch this movie. It's got a lot of heart. It's got this. It's got that." And Brett and I are usually on the same page when it comes to comedy. So I texted him back. I said we bailed right after a certain part of the movie happened, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that was a bit ridiculous." So I told my wife, I was like, Brett says it gets better, and Brett says it's funny, and I'm usually on the same page with his comedies. Do you want to give it another shot? She's like, all right, and we did, and he was right. After this particular scene, there are some ridiculous things that happen in the movie overall, but after the first 15 minutes, it's trying to decide what it wants to be, and once it realizes that it does want to have some heart, and Dan Stevens is the best part of the whole movie.
That's what I told you. Yeah, that was insane.
He's the best part of the whole movie. He plays the Russian singer, and I loved what they did with his character overall. When you think that there's certain things that are supposed to happen in the movie, which is what I like about comedies, when they normally follow certain tropes, this one didn't. Sometimes a little bit, some of it did, but some of it didn't. And I thought, dude, Brett, that scene. There's a scene where they're singing before they get invited to this thing. They're in a bar, and what's it called? Ya, whatever the guy keeps.
Oh yes.
keeps screaming at him. That guy is so good. He's like, he's like screaming at the top of his lungs to play this one song, and they're like, we just played it. And he keeps screaming at him to play it.
They want to do their originals, and this is probably some like I don't know if it really is like a authentic song.
It seems like a very Eurovision like inside type of joke.
Yeah,
like Freebird. It's like Freebird in America.
Fox donated $20.
There we go.
Christian, you have time to watch Happy But Not the Thing or Better Call Saul? Disrespectful.
Ooh.
Also, where is Brett's rap?
Brett's what?
You bastard.
Your what? Where's your rap? Oh yeah, that's right. Have you not
Listen,
rapped?
I submitted myself to the fact that Kate did so well that there's no way I could possibly top that. And if people want me to look stupid, then I'd gladly write something out. But I've tried. I've been not inspired. I shaved my head into a tuft and wore that around the house for 3 months. If that doesn't help, I mean, I've done a lot of dumb things.
$20. Been saving my first SCHMOEBOT for today. Yesterday, I defended my dissertation, and I now have my PhD. Discovered in 2015, and you've been crucial to the journey. Kristian, what's it like to know the Schmoedown will be thanked in an academic paper?
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, wow.
I think I'm honored. I'm honored.
That's
Thank you.
amazing.
Yes, it is. Thank you. That is awesome.
I also always feel like defending dissertation. I know that's what it's called, but I actually really want to know like why it's called defending, is it feels so violent.
Lawrence Lee donated $20.
Lawrence coming in.
Christian question from Sarah Williamson. Have you seen Stir of Echoes?
A long time ago. I don't remember that well because it came around the same time that Sixth Sense came out, right? If I remember that correct. Yeah. So not that I did see. I feel like I saw it in college, but I don't really remember it that well. It's Kevin Bacon. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't remember it that well.
I just remember it had in the trailer had Paint It Black, and it was like a really good trailer back in the 90s.
Yeah, I remember I remember liking it. I just don't remember it that well. It's like it's the thing. You see a movie once, you don't go back to it. Yeah, what was the other one that I saw? Oh, I started watching, like my daughter really wanted to watch Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one.
Cheryl_Dick_Pants
Yes,
donated
Cheryl Dick Pants.
$20. Kristian will back you up on this. I've seen season 1. It is fucking insane, but so good.
It's so good. And apparently people have been, you know what someone did, and if you guys could do this also, there, like I said, the link to this show right now is it's on Twitter. If you just quote tweet the link and then put Maloney in there and tell him, I mean, shit, man, if he's around right now, I'll put
jump on Zoom.
Yeah, we'll send him, tell him we'll send him the Zoom link if he wants to jump in. I would love to have Maloney on this show. Are you kidding me? That show is incredible. And for all you people that got it canceled, including myself for not watching it when it was on, you're idiots. Anyway, so what were we talking about? Oh, Pirates of the Caribbean. So Ben, I remember seeing this movie when a long time ago when it came out, and thinking everybody was hyping it up and thinking that's all right. And I have not really loved the series in general.
Oh no.
Going back and watching it last night, the first one is really good.
Yeah,
Really good.
Johnny Depp's doing a different character. He's doing a totally different character, and you look at him in the first movie, and you understand why he was nominated for the Oscar. Mm-hmm. He is still eccentric, and he is still different, but he's not a cartoon. You believe that he's real.
Yes.
In other movies, Jack Sparrow turns into he might as well be in Happy.
Yeah.
The
first one.
They started writing. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
No, I was gonna say. I feel like they started writing for that. Like they started because what he was doing is he was just taking normal lines and like doing like a little.
Yeah.
They started to then write for that voice, which he didn't need the voice. He could still he could apply the character to. The thing that's eccentric about him is the way he would say it is Tuesday. You know what I mean?
Right.
He'd be like, it's Tuesday. You know.
Yeah.
But to then be like, for them to start writing the lines like, "It's Tuesday, the day I like to drink rum," whatever. Like they
they made him the focal point where he stole the show in the first one.
Yeah.
But and he was definitely a big part of the overall story. But it wasn't about Jack Sparrow. It was about everything going on, and Jack Sparrow just happened to steal the show and be the rock star of it all. And as you get into these other ones and they focus in on Jack Sparrow, that's why. And I know you guys talked about the Pirates of the Caribbean kind of coming back with Margot Robbie, right?
Yeah.
I happen to think that it can work. I don't know if you guys were arguing for it or against it. I missed the whole conversation, but I think it can work if you follow the model of the first movie. And that is make it an overall adventure. Don't focus the spotlight too much on one particular character and make them an over-the-top character. Make them feel like Jack Sparrow to me in that first movie, he feels real. He feels real. He feels like eccentric, but he feels real. He feels like there's nothing real about him from 2 on. And I know we're talking about ghosts and pirates and all that kind of shit. I know that, but so's the first one. But I still felt like he was a real character and not just like a heightened. He became like a caricature of himself after the first one. So
yeah, and I mean it's a tough thing to not make him the main character when he was just so big in the first one. Like everyone wanted to meet him at Disneyland. Like he was doing Make-A-Wish appearances as Jack Sparrow.
So's Olaf.
Yeah, and but they made Olaf bigger in the second one too.
Bigger, but not the star.
Yeah,
bigger, not the star, and it's Johnny Depp. So you I understand it 100%, Ben. What you're saying, it's Johnny Depp. So you're gonna make him the star of the movie. And he's one of the big stars in the first one. There's no doubt about it. He's got a big role. I'm just saying that they focus too much. Even the stuff with him and his dad in the second one and I think that which is the one Penelope Cruz pops into one of them and it's like his love. I can't remember.
That's the fourth one.
Yeah, I can't remember. And the mermaids and shit.
Keira Knightley was on the first one.
Captain Jack's Grundle donated $20. Hey Kristian, long-time listener, first-time schmoebotter. Any way I can purchase Schmoedown merch? Can't find the logo tee anywhere. Also, Captain Jack was great in 13 Difference and 45 is that cool Vabrinsky is not directing. Cool Cat 88 donated $20. Have you guys seen the Star Wars rumors that they might just say the new trilogy isn't canon or in those lines? Feel bad for the actors and workers who put in the time and work and they just say, oh, those movies don't matter. What
no. Where did that come from? There's no chance.
There's no way. There's
No
no way.
chance. What rumor? Where'd you find that rumor? The LastJediSucks.com.
George, I was gonna say,
I think Drew McWeeny like retweeted it and said it was like something ridiculous. Let me see if I can find that.
also,
real
it was just like somebody was reading George Lucas's diary.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? No. But to answer your question about the Schmoedown merch, so I do have some news. I don't have a link for it yet, but over the next couple of days, the first thing that we are launching are around 9 of David B's tracks for the Schmoedown music. Those are the first 9. We're going to be launching 9 of the songs. I can tell you that Corruption theme song will be available. Who's the Boss will be available. So those are 2 out of the 9. So there's 2 out of the 9. Pretty excited about that. And then there will be other ones that come out, and we're going to also have some of the older Schmoedown shirts and other things that we're working on. So, so there is Schmoedown merch. Now, as far as that Star Wars story goes, I gotta see a link on that. I gotta see a link because a
lot of people are saying it's just a fan.
Star Wars story goes
up. Bibiani said it's just somebody was a fan made it up or something.
Oh,
it's not
dude,
like
he
it's not
said
credible.
someone named Doomcock, and he said, and Bibiani goes, "We're taking that seriously."
Well, no offense, Doomcock is probably our fan by that name.
Actually, this is actually my favorite comment. I think that now Trash Panda is a ongoing schmoebotter and everything too.
Yes.
This is his comment. Trash Panda, Doomcock, shit. Maybe it is real.
In 2020, I wouldn't. That is a certified journalist right there. Doomcock.
If it was Chad Smith, we'd be like,
But Doomcock. Doomcock. Anyway, speaking of Bibiani, the Shazam theme song will also be available.
Hey.
All right, well, we got to get the homie who did
Swag?
Swag, yeah.
Yeah, well, that we're working on that. He and I have been talking. All of David B's music is going to be available. We're working. Matthew Reed did your guys' song. That's the only. David B's done all the other original music, so that we were able to do. But we're talking to Matthew, so that question's going to come in. Matthew and I have been talking often, and so we think that's going to happen. Also, we're working on it. So anyway, that's the news there. A lot of other stories.
The
Yeah,
Den?
go ahead.
The Den music?
The Den music will be available. It's just not available on the first run.
yeah.
Like, the way that we're going to look at it is if you guys are purchasing this and you like it and you're supporting the Schmoedown music and there's a call to put more of them on there, then we're going to put more on there. So we're gonna launch that pretty soon.
It's better to release that when Ben wins all the belts, all the.
Oh, look at you. Speaking of which, Ben's got a massive match coming up this Friday. Ben Goddard will be playing rookie sensation, the Spider, Robert Parker. Now, a lot of people have been accused of trying to maybe dodge Parker or not wanting to play Parker. That is not the case. You couldn't do it even if you wanted to.
Wait, Robert Parker gets rookie sensation when he's 1-0 and I'm 4-0? Oh, that's weird. That's so weird.
That's fair.
Let me ask Doomcock if he can report on this real quick.
Yeah, whoever Doomcock thinks is going to win will probably win.
He has a scoop.
That's right. But anyway, Ben, you're going up against this kid here, the fan league sensation, Robert Parker, and like you said, you're undefeated. You've played in 3 divisions now. How are you feeling going up against this dude?
It's gonna be tough. It's a tough match for sure. This is his specialty, his wheelhouse. We're both 1-0 in Intergeekdom. I know like he's got his fan matches and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I love playing in this game. It's always fun. So I can't wait to play, and I'm excited to show people that he's not unbeatable.
That is the last match of the first round. Kalinowski and Greg Alba will be live on this channel tomorrow. If you're a patron, you've already seen that.
Talk to me about Kalinowski's promo.
It's great.
Did he hire a crew?
I don't know what he did, but he did that on his own. I got to tell you, like because Roca called me and said, "Are you gonna?" Just Roca's text. You're gonna send the same Skybound crew to my garage? To my
That's the least surprising thing I've heard.
And I said, dude, Kalinowski did that on his own, man.
That's incredible. I'm doing promos out of my garbage can. And
I know. No, no, he was so it was great. So anyway, so there's that match you can see, but the big, as we talked to RB3, I think I talked to RB3 before it started here. Andres Cabrera, who has easily been the Cinderella story of the season, not just the Star Wars tournament, the season. After seeing what happened to him against Robert Parker, people were like, oh, he's done. Or Ace is a great guy, but he's just not that good. And he said, all right, well, I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna TKO Josh Quevedo. And they said, well, okay, you beat a rookie, but that's the farthest you go. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna beat the former Star Wars champion Ken Knapsack. And now he's back in the same spot where he plays against lights out Laura Kelly, who's a Star Wars trivia just beast. But RB3, they're saying the same thing. They're saying it was a good run for Ace, but now it's time for Laura to take over. And you were telling me something the way that he's taking us. How's he feeling?
Well, he just loves this kind of like negativity. Like he sees what people are saying out there. He sees what the rundown boys are saying, we see how people are going into this match, doubting him, underestimating him, and he kind of thrives off that. He has that Michael Jordan mentality where it's like, you keep undermining him, you do something, he takes it personal, and he's going to step up and compete. So I think this is going to be one of the best matches I'm looking forward to. Like I'm going to be glued to my couch at 3:00 to watch. And I honestly think, I love Laura. Like I'm really happy for her. Like I rooted for her last year with her match against Demolanta and everything. And when in the Chicago, everything like that. Like I'm a big fan of hers. That being said, though, Ace is my boy. First Cut Gang. We're doing a live stream right after too, by the way. So if you want to check that. If you want to check that out, we'll have some live commentary from Ace about it. But yeah, I think he's gonna smoke. I think he's gonna just like run the show, and it's gonna definitely be a close match because Laura's the competitor who is a almost perfect competitor in the Star Wars competition. But
never missed in the first round. She's never missed in the first round ever in all of her matches.
So I think it's gonna be great.
So by the way, if people have been asking, some people are talking about how great the promos have been so far from both factions, and other people are like, how do I find them? Well, you can find the promos either on the Facebook group, you can find them on the Twitter account from the Schmoedown, the Instagram account. They all get posted there, and then you can watch the match today, 3 p.m. PST. It is twitch.tv/the Schmoedown. And also, for people who are wondering, Wednesday's matches will be uploaded to the Star Wars matches, will be uploaded to this channel. We've already put one Star Wars match. The second Star Wars match airs today, and it is going to be Scrimshaw versus Demolanta. That match goes up today on this channel. All right.
We do have some breaking news that I think is super interesting. I even have the image here. Ray Fisher put out a tweet, and his tweet said, and I have the image here, Joss Whedon's on-set treatment of the cast and crew of Justice League was gross, abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable. He was enabled in many ways by Jeff Johns and John Berg. Accountability over entertainment.
Damn.
So we talked about his comments yesterday with Joss Whedon, but he's not just doubling down. He really has something to say about it. So this is crazy news to me. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it is crazy because you look at his statement yesterday, or the day before, whenever it was, he retracted his statements of praising the fact that Whedon was coming on, and the fact that they had Whedon in general, and he retracted him because he clearly had a horrible experience working with Whedon, as you see in his tweets. Now, we'll see how Whedon responds to that in general, or if Jeff Johns responds in general. But clearly, Ray Fisher did not have a good experience and did not like the way that he was treated by Joss Whedon.
That's crazy because yesterday, it seemed a little sour grapes to me yesterday with just like, don't pay attention to anything I said at Comic-Con, with like the Snyder Cut coming out, but this is much, much deeper. If he's doubling and tripling down like this, it's something personal, and like, so I don't know.
We don't know enough. We don't know enough about the situation because there's really not a lot of details inside of the tweet, except the fact that the way that he feels that Whedon acted. Again, we don't have a response from Whedon right now, so it's Ray Fisher's account, but clearly Ray Fisher did not have a good time on this set and wants people to know. So
until I get confirmation from Doomcock, I'm gonna wait. Wait on this one.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, what a silly report that is from the Doomcock. That how does anyone believe that? Like, okay, you know what? They decided that none of that stuff that they shot is going to fit into the story whatsoever. It's just going to be like overall fan fiction, which is to me what it feels like. But it's still, you made the movies. That's it. It's part of it. It's the same. But look, when they made the prequels, people said the same thing too. Remember, people were like, "Oh, could they like go back and remake the prequels and do it differently?" It's still stupid.
Like Dave Chappelle in his last, he's like, I don't want to hear from celebrities. Let the streets talk. Except for Doomcock, I want to hear from Doomcock.
He's not necessarily a celebrity. He's just the voice. He's just the voice of the gods of old.
He's the voice of the people.
Why, I have made a decision, and I will let everyone know through my voice of Doomcock.
Doomcock. It's like Optimus Prime.
Right.
Saddle up, Doomcock. Doomcock.
Probably
instead of John Cena saying, their names are Decepticons. Their name is Doomcock.
So who should I take serious? Should I take Reporter A, Reporter B, or Doomcock? Out of those three, what do you think?
Variety and Hollywood Reporter on one side, but I've got Doomcock on the other. So
I gotta tell you, I'm very interested to see where Danger Pussy weighs in on.
They teamed up. They were the team of factual news. It is Danger Pussy and Doomcock.
Merch available soon.
Yes. Where's Attack Peter when we need him?
In your new movie trivia schmodown, Star Wars champion of the world, Doomcock.
That's since Drew McWeeny put that out, whenever Drew comes back, he's Drew Doomcock McWeeny now.
So good. So good. Oh my God, it's amazing. All right, anyway.
So Eurovision, I liked it. I had a lot of fun, had a lot of heart in the end.
Good, I can finally end that timestamp, Brett.
All right, moving on.
Clip out that 20 minutes RB3 for the Eurovision review.
I got you.
Speaking of which, guys, streamlabs.com/the Schmodown. The Schmobot is on. Put the Schmobots in. Keeping the crew around. We want to keep the crew around, so we are dependent on those Streamlabs and the Schmobots. So put them in there. Streamlabs.com/the Schmodown. Let's get a conversation started. In just a little bit here, we are going to bring up our conversation of movies that you want sequels to. Now, this doesn't mean just there was one and then, I just need a second one. If there was a third one and you feel there should be a fourth one, if there was a fifth one, like for example, one of the movies that I will bring up is Creed. I think Creed 3 should be made. I would like to see Creed 3. And I think there's still a story to be told with Creed 3. And we'll get into that in a little bit. But before I do that, RB3, I'm going to make you jealous. I'm going to make you very jealous. Sony had sent this to me, and look at this. You see that? Look at that. Look at this. This is a classics. This is a Columbia Sony's classics. I'm going to tell you guys everything that's in it. Look. First of all, look at this case.
Oh wow,
that's sexy.
I thought he was going to eat a treadmill nug for a second.
Just to say I didn't. And then you go from the side here. I like the way it's put together in general. So the first one that we got here is Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
Classic, 1938.
That's right. Great James Stewart. Mm-hmm. Here's one that I've actually never seen. Still, Dennis Zen is very mad at me that I've never seen it, and that's Lawrence of Arabia.
Oh,
I haven't seen it either.
Is that 4K?
Yeah, these are all 4K.
Oh my goodness, that's wow.
Jeez.
Yes. So 4K, and then the other one. Here's another. This one you're gonna love. Doctor Strangelove.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
cool brick.
Yeah.
Talked about that the other day.
I'm not gonna be leaving my house in a while here. So, and then you got 3 others. You got, this is one of my favorites all time, is Jerry Maguire.
Okay.
Yeah.
This
Wow.
is a good case, man. This is
Yeah.
a really good case.
They do it in top tiers.
League of Their Own.
Oh wow.
League
We
of Their
are
Own.
the all-American team. We come from cities near and far.
Brett, I got some codes for you too. And then Gandhi.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
you got-
Kingsley.
yeah, Gandhi.
yeah.
League of Their Own. Jerry Maguire. Doctor Strangelove. Lawrence of Arabia. This is a really great set here.
They just hit you with like 6 of the greatest movies of all time.
Ever.
Like literally.
This is awesome. This is a great set, and they sent this set to me, and I'm very excited about it. Yes, RB3, you can borrow it. And it is. I mean, the way that it comes together is just really solid. So this is a 4K Ultra HD collection, Volume 1. So there's more than
wow.
more than one volume here. So this is awesome, guys. This is really good. Thank you to Sony for sending. them.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, so check that out. Because if you guys are classic film fans like the great RB3, you probably want to check that out. And you know, especially now in quarantine, and or we're supposed to be in quarantine. I don't know if we still are, but whether you're staying home, where you can watch all this stuff. So check it out. Okay, let's see. There's other stories out there that I put. Ben, what were some of those stories I sent this morning? Did we cover everything?
Ozark season 4. You and Brett's favorite
yeah.
show.
Yeah.
So it got another 14
Saint Pussy and
episodes.
Blipsy
wow.
Lady donated $20. Doomcock has his own YouTube channel reviewing Star Wars movies and giving tips on how to mow your lawn with the promo code cockadoodle20 with manscaped.com.
Cockadoodle 20.
Cockadoodle 20 is great.
I'm waiting for a Schmobot with Cockadoodle 20 as the
It's really good. I kind of hope that's true.
But it is.
It's really fucking great.
We get a call from Manscaped. Hey, lay off Doomcop. Okay.
Yeah, so he's one of our top. He's one of our top sellers, guys. You don't know.
the new Doomcock numbers.
Look, I gotta be honest with you. I got a phone call over here from a Manscaped. They're fucking pissed off, man. You guys were like fucking around with the cockadoodle doodle or whatever the fuck. I gotta tell you, man, that guy's like selling ball clippers left and right. I mean, you gotta think about it, you know, because he can sell it. He can say, I don't want my cock to be doomed, so I shave my balls. You know what I'm saying? It's like fucking unbelievable how how it all works out perfectly. And you guys are fucking that shit up. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? If Doomcock says it's not gonna be canon, it's not gonna be fucking canon, you idiots. What the fuck are you guys do? You're making fun
God.
of Doomcock? And Goddard, you shut the fuck up when I enter this room. Get me, oh God, with that fucking haircut upside down your ass. Wait, Doomcock go do a Manscaped. You dumb motherfucker. What you gonna say next? What you gonna say next? Tom Cruise isn't A-list, you dumb bitch. I'll tell you I'll go back and forth with your ass, you dumb fuck. You had all you motherfuckers making fun of Doomcock. Shit. I'm gonna doom all your cocks.
Oh, Professor Crow, cheeky.
Professor Crow.
Oh, so good.
By the way, we're not going to get Chris Maloney on today, but we might get Doomcock on.
Yes.
I want to send Doomcock the link.
Somebody wants to send Doomcock
Yeah.
the link. We're happy to talk.
It's like, hey guys,
Yeah.
I was young. It was a silly name.
He's a professor at Yale.
Yeah.
Guys, I have a family. Please
Yeah,
stop.
I donate half of the proceeds of my show to charity. I don't know why you guys are shitting on.
Well, we're not shitting on him. We're shitting on the fact that he put out a report and people are saying, you know what? This could be legit. Doomcock says it's legit.
He also defended his dissertation yesterday.
Yeah.
So, but Alan Smithy says Professor Crow is a Doomcock shill. It's good.
All right, Ozark fourth and final season. It's getting 14 episodes, and it's going to be two, like a 1A, a 1B,
right?
7 per season.
Yeah.
So how do we feel, guys? Like, I'm pretty happy about this. Even though I don't even watch the show, I'm just happy to get that people get work because, like I said yesterday, Netflix usually does 3 seasons and then cuts it and so they don't have to renegotiate. So Jason Bateman and crew got a little extra scritchy scratch for it. So how do you feel?
Yeah, I don't look. Here's what I never understand when they do these 2 seasons with 7 episodes, or 1 season with 14 episodes, but they're going to split them. Just call them 2 seasons.
Yes.
You're basically you're doing season 4, which is 7 episodes, and season 5, which is 2 episodes. Like Breaking Bad did that, right? It was like season 5 has the first 7 episodes, and then season 5B. No, call it season 5 and season 6. And this is
Can
yeah.
I
Go ahead.
speak to that?
Yeah, go ahead, Kate.
It's so that they don't have to renegotiate the actors' contracts.
Oh.
Ooh.
It's shady. It's
Yep.
Nickelodeon has done it before with us, where we're like, you get like a 13 pickup, and then they're like, then you're like, okay, I guess the season's over. I guess they're gonna renegotiate and do it. Nope. They're like, nope. This one's gonna have 19 episodes. We're gonna pick up the back 6. So we're gonna. So then you have, but it's just basically they don't have to renegotiate. But it's like either call it 1 season.
Well, so we can call it what it is. It's season 4 and 5.
Yes.
So that's what it is. It's not the same season. It's season 4 and 5. So that's what they're doing. They're just like Kate said, they're just skating around paying people. So season 4 and season 5, both 7 episodes apiece.
$20. Sup. Heard you were talking skit.
Skit.
So good.
Oh, he did. He spelled it SCHITT. So he really tried to get around it. He really tried to get around shit.
Yeah. It's good.
Sorry, Doomcock.
I'm glad that it's gonna finish. I loved it so much, and that I didn't want it to end and just fizzle out. And I don't think that we can do too much with these guys much more. And I'm happy that I'm gonna go. Okay, hopefully they put everything into these final thing and just go out with a bang and not just let it fizzle out.
Oh, I think so for sure. Can we clarify something? Is Doomcock a real person, or is it just a made up name?
No, it's an actual YouTuber. And they have a massive following. So yeah.
Wow,
I love Doomcock. We all love Doomcock.
Great. How far? How? That's so great. I never heard of this person until today. Amazing.
God, no,
Massive following, like 500,000 video type following. Like.
Oh, good. Here we go. Good job, Kate. I'll believe you. All right. Okay, good. So the other thing to bring up is that 11 o'clock. It is 11 o'clock. We're going to go into our topic.
Apology to Doomcock special. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Streamlabs.com/the Schmoedown. Streamlabs.com/the Schmoedown. And we're going to start getting this conversation right now. Let's get into movies that you guys want to see a sequel to. What movie would you like to see a sequel to? And when you put it in whether it's a Super Chat or Streamlabs or Schmoebot, tell us why. Tell us why. Do you want to see this movie because you don't feel like the story was wrapped up well enough? Do you think that that because the second one or third one wasn't that good, that you think a fourth one could kind of save us? Say like The Matrix, right? The Matrix had 2 sequels that a lot of people, I think majority, think weren't great. That the fourth one could tie it up and kind of put the series back on track. I'm actually pretty excited for it. For another example is John Wick 4. Do we want to see a John Wick 4? So let's get some of the comments coming in here too, but we are going to go to and this, by the way, you don't have to just be part of this conversation. If you want, you can talk about anything that we talked about here today. If you want to talk about the Ace and Laura Kelly match today, you can do that. So streamlabs.com/Schmoedown. Ben, did we catch up? We're all caught up from yesterday, right?
We are. The only thing yesterday,
There's a Schmoebot, I think that came in at the end.
Came in very end. It was about we were talking about Pixar.
Yeah, let RB3 play it again if you can find it. RB3, tell us.
It's Tongue Punch the Far Box at 12:04 RB3 from yesterday.
Let me see. I don't think it's showing up on my side. I'm gonna try and see if I can fix it.
All right.
Okay. All right.
We'll wait.
So when as we look for that one, let's read the other stuff.
Okay. Let's go back up. House Heisenberg. The third and final season of Dark dropped the other day. It is the
Marshall
best.
Weeks donated $20. Hey guys, happy Canada Day. Who is your favorite Canadian actor? We need a Dread sequel. I'll even take a TV series. Just give me a sequel because it was amazing.
Yes,
The
yes,
Sopranos
yes,
did the
yes.
same thing with their final season. They broke it up in 2 parts. Hey,
Yeah.
Brett.
So the first part of that, Dread, second part of that, Dread is, well, first part is the Canadian actor. I mean, for Ryan Reynolds, Jim Carrey. I just bought his book, by the way. He's got that book coming out. See, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's got a book that is like semi-autobiographical. I'm not saying it because I can't.
We know what you mean.
Autobiographical.
Semi-Autobot.
Semi-autobiographical file.
Autobiographical.
Atta girl. So he basically put together stories of things that had happened to him, and then true stories of people that he met, and then there's fiction stuff. And he said, you got to guess which one's right, which one's wrong. So I thought it was pretty. He said that Tom Cruise is going to be pissed. So I want to read it.
Oh, wow, that's a way to sell the book right there.
That's what got me.
Is
So
John
anyway.
Candy Canadian?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, John Candy
March
also.
3rd.
Yeah. Well, but I think all that SCTV guys
Yeah.
were they were all,
Moranis,
A lot of yeah. So anyway,
Eugene Levy.
but the second part of Dread, Dread is a very, very underrated movie. You talk about something that was just not seen, and it should have been. I still to this day think that and Avatar are the 2 best uses of 3D that I've ever seen in movies. And Carl Urban was just fantastic in it, and he did what a lot of leading men or leading women won't do, and that's hide your face for an entire movie.
Josh Barnett donated $20. Emo, the most underrated sci-fi movie of the last decade. John Carter has an amazing world, great effects, and good chemistry between the leads. Taylor Kitsch really deserves a box office win. Also go Ace. Drip drip.
Oh, there you go.
totally agree.
John Carter's great. I would love to see a sequel to that.
John Carter. So, are we all on board with? Are we all on board? With John Carter, though, would be too expensive. That movie costs way too much money. Unless
So much money.
Unless they scaled it down, they couldn't. I don't think that they could do it. But Dread costs nothing.
I'm so surprised Dredd has not gotten an HBO series, whatever, a streaming service series yet, because that is just rife, like, for perfection in a hardcore, like, Punisher style series. Like, it'd be perfect.
Yeah, and Carl Urban was calling for. He said he would do it for sure. So, I think he'd probably. Well, he's got The Boys now, so I don't know if he'd be able to do it. But it's. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it.
Yeah.
Next comment here.
B. Arthur can get it.
Yeah, he's back.
Good morning, everyone. Tonight I'm watching Jaws 4K remaster, which just came out. A film I've never seen before, although I've read the book twice.
Wow.
What are your holy grail 4K remaster that have yet to happen? Mine are Batman 66 and The Thing.
Oh man, I don't know. I would have to look through it. I wouldn't know which ones got released and what didn't. I mean, I would hope it's Back to the Future 4K. I would assume it is. Is Raiders of the Lost Ark? Hope it is. So I
Lord
don't
of
know.
the Rings 4K yet?
I don't know. So that's the biggest problem that we run into is that I'm not sure which one it is.
Yeah, same thing.
Next one.
My television plays HD, so
All right.
I've got a beta, so don't mean to flex on you guys. B. Arthur can get it is back. Also, since me and longtime girlfriend broke up, apologies, I bought a 75-inch 4K Samsung TV because I handled depression, anxiety, and loss extremely well. So Jaws should look spectacular alone. I'm sad. Chomp chomp.
Yeah, it was which one? So that was the Samsung TV. But you missed the House Heisenberg one with about Dark.
I said that.
You said the Dark.
It got interrupted by a schmobot. That's right. I need to go back and read that. All right.
I got it.
Also, I can't get that schmobot back on yesterday, unfortunately.
All right.
No,
Well,
I'll go back
here's
and
one.
read it.
The third and final season of Dark dropped the other day. It is the best time travel story I've ever seen and one of the best shows of all time, period. And I'm still underselling it by only saying that. Give this masterpiece a chance and you won't regret it. Funny story about that. So last night, I don't know how funny it is, but last night, in between taking either Lucky or Dark. Those were the two that I was
Happy.
Excuse me. Yes. Yeah, I knew that when I said that I was wrong. Happy or Dark. I was going back and forth, and I said I don't know because I'm anything time travel, other dimensions, parallel universes. You're gonna hook me, and I'm gonna be interested to try it out. Perfect example for that. This doesn't count necessarily as movies, but something that I want to see a reboot of, and there was talk about it even as far as early as 2019. They were still talking about a remake of Sliders, which is have you ever seen the show Sliders?
I think so.
Jerry O'Connell and John Rhys Davis, who of course played Gimli and Sully in Indiana Jones. It's about these people who would go to alternate universes, and I remember one of the ones that they went to, parallel universes. One of the ones they went to is if the Nazis had won the war, and they're like it's similar to kind of, I know that they did that on Amazon, but
Man from High Castle.
Yeah, but this was just one of the, like, they would jump into different parallel universes every show. It was like Quantum Leap, but in parallel universes, right? Where he was like the professor, John Rhys Davis, and Jerry O'Connell was the star. But they were talking to Jerry O'Connell like in December of last year, and he said, "Look, there's been talk about it. About, I think NBC's been talking about trying to reboot it, and I got a phone call by they didn't know who owned it at one point, but like I would come back, I wouldn't be the star of it. I'm sure like I would be the dad of one of the stars, and it's like it was a good show. But anyway, I was gonna watch Dark, but I chose Happy instead. Sorry, next question there.
This is the Schmobot from yesterday. Tongue punch, the fart box. In Incredible, like we were talking about Pixar moments. In Incredibles, when the family works together on Syndrome's Island, when Bob tells Helen he can't lose her again, and when Elastigirl notices her cakes.
Cheryl_Dick_Pants donated $20. Sequel that I wanted to see is World War Z. It was a different take on the zombie apocalypse. I really liked that movie, and they definitely had a story to tell. I was really excited for the sequel with Fincher attached to direct, but then it got canceled.
Yep.
I would have loved to see a series, because if you guys have ever read the book, it's a bunch of different chapters from different perspectives and times, like before the zombie war, during, and then after.
Right.
So like that would have been a cool series for sure, because the movie's good, it's fun, but as like the book, it has nothing to do with the book besides the title.
Yeah, remember, that's one of the rare movies to this day. It holds a very rare distinction of movies that all of the reshoots and all the problems and reports that were coming out, everyone expected that movie to be an absolute disaster.
Yep.
Everyone. I remember those reports coming out, how bad they thought it was going to be, and it turned out to be pretty good and did fairly well for the studio. So, and yes, when they announced Fincher, and then I was really excited about Fincher coming on, and then when they lost Fincher, I was like, okay, maybe this is it. It starts to go down that same path that it did originally of maybe it's not a good idea to do this, maybe it will be a disaster. But look what they did last time. So I don't know. Do you guys want to see a second one?
I do. I definitely do. I loved World War Z. Like, I know it's not a popular thing to say, but I think to me it's, I think having Fincher attached would have made it significantly better, because I think Fincher is just that good of a filmmaker no matter what he touches. I know
Jim Mason donated $20.
Jim.
I think that a John Carter TV series could work on Disney Plus really well. That's if they film it in the volume that they filmed The Mandalorian in. Could be a great alternative to a film sequel. Hi, Kate.
Hi.
Wayne donated $20.
Oh.
Hey guys, how y'all doing today? A movie that I don't think we're going to get a part 2 is Bumblebee. That was the Transformers movie I want for years. I had the feeling when I saw the '89 movie with my dad in '96 when I was 3 years old. Hi, Kate and Brett.
Yeah. So the first part of that was
John Carter.
Jim. Yeah. So if they use the technology that they use in Mandalorian, they absolutely could make that show. They absolutely can make that show. Now, whether or not they do what they're going to do with like Percy Jackson and just recast and do the whole thing over again, that's not. I thought that Taylor Kitsch was fine in the role. He might. I mean, he's not too old. He could still play him in a different side of things if they wanted to. But you could also recast and do the whole thing over and scale it down and make it just for TV. I think Jim's right. I think you absolutely could. But I think that the problem that studios find themselves in often, and I understand it because you gotta remember, it's their money, not ours, right? So what they look at, although we can sit here and say
Eric donated $20. I personally would have loved a sequels to 2016 Nice Guys. It was a good movie with cool action and good comedy. The team up with Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling was a really good matchup that I think deserved more screen time. Hi, Brett. Hugs,
well, I
Kate.
think that movie itself was a great movie. I don't necessarily know if I needed a sequel for that one, but I thought it was really good. But anyway, John Carter, I think could work. Go ahead, Robbie.
I think with John Carter, especially since that series of books is like, I think there's like 9 or 10 series and books in that series. I think if you just strip away all the spectacle stuff and make it just focused on the story that you see throughout the books, I think it'll work great as a series.
I agree. I just think that what I was trying to say before is that the studios look and they go, well, nobody really saw it in the theater, and they automatically think that is going to transfer over on TV, and that's it's not the case. There's that property. Nobody cared about that property originally. Why are they going to care about it now? It's a matter of how you tell the story and how you market it. So.
Yeah, look at someone might say, but look at Tron. Like Tron Legacy was good and no one watched it, and then even the Tron Netflix show was good and no one watched it. So like that's probably never coming back.
Two things about that, because there's two very important things. One, you thought Tron Legacy was really good?
I really, really liked it.
Okay, well, I'll give you. I like the music, and the second one, there was a Tron series.
Yeah, exactly.
It was on Disney XD, and it's actually a really brilliant series. Like, it's one of the best animated series in the
I didn't even know it existed. I didn't even know it existed. Did Daft Punk do the music for that?
No. But it's still like it's more indicative of the 2010 Tron than it is of the 80s Tron. But it's still like it continues the same story, and I think it's really great.
Yeah.
By the way, talking about David Fincher, what I realized is I would love. I know they did all 3 of the books in the Swedish version.
Chris_Jones donated $20. Have any of you guys watched The Floor is Lava on Netflix?
Yes.
If there was ever a show which was perfectly made for Josh McCarthy to appear on as a competitor, it's that. Get ELLIS and Knapsack on as his teammates.
I did see. I saw the trailer for it as I was, scrolling through everything else last night, but I didn't watch it. All right, we got to get through these questions. So, Ben, what's the next one?
Okay. Review and Play 23. Have you seen Pete Davidson's comedy special on Netflix? He answers the questions you've been asking about his schlong, Christian, and it's funny.
Okay, I know I haven't seen it, but we also missed Fucknose's.
It's a Schmobot.
Yeah, we didn't hear it.
Oh, honestly, from Fucknose, honestly, just want to hear the Schmobot say fuck. Fuck nose. Fuck nose. Fuck nose, fuck nose, fuck nose. And normally I show up more than Bonnie, and also I'll sign Brosnan in the Action Army. For the record, hi Brett. Fuck nose.
Hi.
Oh, do you want a? So here's something. I haven't announced anybody in the singles tournament yet. I haven't announced one person yet. I will announce because I will tell you that it is Bonnie Somerville is going to be in the tournament. I just found it.
Whoa.
Wow, corruption. No, who has her now?
The Droogs.
Drew.
So it's going to be she's going to be in it. So that's one of the names out of the 36.
You know what?
Wow. Apparently she doesn't have a shelf.
What happened to you? Oh, you just left.
He said she doesn't have a shelf life. He's mad that you told him he had a shelf life.
He does. It's got a shelf life.
Also, he had to pee. I'll be honest.
Yeah. Jake Berlin has spoken. Good morning, crew. Christian and Kate, thank you so much for stopping by our Ladies Appreciation Night on Sunday. It meant a lot to us at POV, as well as our guests, and no doubt those watching. It added to the overall success of the stream, so thanks again.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Yeah, it was great. It was a really good show. If you guys haven't checked that out, you should go and check it out. It was good, and it was great to honor all the.
Masked Show donated $20. Maybe unpopular opinion, but I would love to see a Tron Legacy sequel miniseries. I rewatched the movie for the 30-day film challenge. The world building is amazing in film, even if the story was lacking in execution.
I agree with that. I agree. I remember that was my biggest problem with it. I just didn't think the story was strong enough, but I think it looked and it sounded incredible.
Yeah.
The story itself just didn't grab me. What's next?
Cool Cat, Lawrence Lees, Ace Money. The sequel to David Fincher's The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo with Rooney Mara and Daniel Craig.
That's
with
what
Trent
I was
Reznor
starting
and
to
Atticus
say.
Ross coming back to do the score.
That's exactly what I was starting to say about David Fincher. And I'm happy to be cut off by the Schmobot for the record. But I was going to say that to me, Rooney Mara was so great, and that I remember like watching that movie and being like, because I'd seen all 3 of the Swedish versions, and being like, well, they're going to do all 3, right? And it was like, no, he's just doing the one. I'm like, what? Give me more.
Which is confusing because it actually did make money.
Yes.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
They tried to do the reboot with Fede Alvarez directing, starring Mackenzie. Yeah. I'm sorry, maybe, yeah, but whatever it was, it wasn't that great. But I still enjoyed that.
Oh, Claire Foy?
Yeah, Claire Foy. Sorry, yeah, Claire Foy.
Girl in the Spider's Web.
Oh, it's Claire Foy. She was okay.
The Girl in the Spider's Web? Yeah, that was Claire Foy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's not one of the original 3 books, Girl in the Spider's Web.
No, that was the 4th one I think they added after. And then, they just went straight to that for the remake.
Yeah. So interesting.
Yeah.
All right. What's next?
Joe. Hi all. With the passing of Joel Schumacher, I watched Falling Down, which I had never seen before. It's a great movie, and I also thought it was an interesting look at the early 90s. What's a movie you think that's the most accurately depicts the 2010s? Thanks. Ooh, that's a good question.
Great question.
Really have to look.
I think Spring Breakers, personally, and I know a lot of people don't like that movie, but I think one of the reasons why it landed so well for a lot of young people is because it actually spoke to a lot of the things that we kind of deal with, like in today's generation, with like the fakeness, the social media, like all of that kind of stuff. So
I'll say Ingrid Goes West. Ingrid Goes West with like how people fall in love with social media personalities and you think you know them like through their Instagram. And so I like, if you guys haven't seen Ingrid Goes West, that's a really, really good movie. And it's the best Aubrey Plaza's ever been.
Watch that movie and tell me that Ice Cube's kid in that movie is not me. Tell me that's not me. That is me just through and through.
Very true.
So this is not a movie, but something that just broke today. Beavis and Butthead are going to enter a new Gen Z world in an upcoming reboot.
Yay.
Come on.
Thank you, Brett.
You guys didn't love Beavis and Butthead back in the day?
I wasn't allowed to watch it.
Really? So good.
Shut up, Beavis.
Oh, man. They're the originals, man. They're the originals.
I you know what? I guess I was soured by it because somebody that I knew did Beavis and Butthead all the time, and it was just like, all right, that's getting old.
Yeah, well, it sounds like when everybody was doing Borat, right?
Yeah.
All right, what's
never got old though.
No.
It did.
D-Train.
Not him, but when other people were doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Again, when you're playing on a baseball team,
Sweat Bravo donated $20. It's the good thing, my fiance and I don't want kids because it's 90 degrees in here and 100 humidity. Thank you all for giving me a distraction from all of this hellish sweating at work. You all entertain, educate, and inspire me. Airbay 3, what's your proudest possession?
I love that they call me. Hey, Airbay 3, what is your proud possession, Airbay?
Airbay. Yeah, I think I mentioned it actually yesterday on the show, but I have a hat from the Malcolm X movie with just the X logo, and it's signed by Spike Lee. So.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question, because I think that the answer to this is going to be no, but I want to get a confirmation from everybody on this show, and it's okay if the answer is no. My father has been told 57 times that from 10 to 12 o'clock I'm usually on the show. He has called me maybe at least twice a week for the last 5 months during that time. I will tell him today that I'm on the air at the time. Will he still call me during that time? What do you think, Kate?
Yes, 100% he will.
Yes.
Ben Goddard.
Oh, yeah. Anyone want to take the over on that? I'll go. I'll take it.
Yes. RB3.
I don't know. Your dad might listen this time, so I might start with him.
And Brett.
I 100%. My mom still doesn't work out the time change sometimes. It's like
That's my dad's answer. Well, look, to you,
kids are at soccer practice this late at night. I'm like, it's 6 here.
Yeah, right. My dad was well. To you, it might be 10 to 12. But that's not the time to me. I'm gonna call it the time. All right, that's
You
fine.
need to start telling him that you're on the air from 1 to 3.
For the entire day. I'll call you.
Yeah.
Just tell him. I told you this is the same. This is the same guy that like. What do you see now? You see bug spray. Bug spray. All right, let's get to the next one.
Charlotte Attenborough. I was actually going to bring this up. Hey, guys. Happy Wednesday. Thoughts on Zachary Levi being cast as Kurt Warner in American Underdog? Just heard this news from Frosty, and it seems like a good idea. It reminds me of the Dennis Quaid baseball movie. Will you tune in for Lovecraft on HBO?
The Dennis Quaid movie was called The Rookie.
I love it.
Great movie. I told you the only problem I ever had with that movie was that the second time I saw it with my dad, there was an old couple that were definitely farting their faces off in the theater. They didn't know. They just did. Maybe they did know and they were just being dicks. But I was going to give them the benefit of the doubt. They didn't know, and it tainted the second viewing. But the story itself of Kurt Warner is a great story. So and Levi playing him, it's a good fit. I think it's good. Anybody else? No. Yes.
Yeah,
no?
just like the fact that he was bagging groceries playing in the Canadian League, and then someone picked him, like literally like discovered him or whatever you say.
$20. I want to see Jaws Quinn prequel about USS Indianapolis. It's the only way I would want the Jaws franchise to continue.
That was so. I know that there was a. I don't know if this is public information, so I don't want to give it away. But I know that there was somebody I know was working on something like that. I know that I had an idea. I know I had an idea so before Creed came out, I remember talking to Steve Simone about this at the Comedy Store. I wanted to find a way to get to Stallone because I wanted to pitch an Apollo Creed prequel, not a Creed story. Like I'll be honest, when I heard Creed was coming out, I'm like, oh shit, they did it, and then it turned out to be his son. But an Apollo Creed prequel could work. An Apollo Creed prequel, kind of off of the idea of what he did and how he was able to kind of break through and become, especially today, of what he was in the 60s and 70s to become the heavyweight champion of the world, and he was undefeated. He was like 49-0 with like 49 knockouts when he fought Rocky. By the way, if people don't know that.
He could be. It could be like a Muhammad Ali story, like
yeah. And you can add some different stuff though, with him because he was a businessman too, right? And then, I thought it'd be an interesting
trademark Kristian Harloff.
Yeah, I know. I think it'd be fun. It'd be fun to do a Creed prequel for sure. Anyway, so what's the next one?
D-Train. District 9 needed a sequel. Not only was it a great movie, but the movie felt incomplete. They could have just hired a new director to film it because Neil Blomkamp showed that he isn't consistent. He isn't a consistent director in making good movies.
Well, I think that I don't know if I'm going to go that far to say he's not consistent in making good movies. I think he was given too much freedom too soon as a director. A lot of directors he made a really great movie in that first one, but he was given like the keys to the castle and saying, go make your own. Like, so you look at James Mangold now and Nolan and these guys who have kind of now become these trademark directors. You go to see their films. Blomkamp got that after his first film. He was able to do that. After he made District 9, it's like, yeah, okay, great. It's a new Blomkamp movie's coming out. Elysium, new Blomkamp movie's coming out. Chappie. And it's like, I didn't think he earned that yet. I think that he didn't direct anything else besides his original stuff. And my personal opinion is, I thought, and I've said this before, I think District 9 was a perfect blend of a great message with a great sci-fi story. It was like a 50-50. It was a great parallel to what was going on in the world and politics and apartheid and everything, and putting it together in a 50-50 blend of telling a great story and sending a great message. I think Elysium started to get to about a 70-30 on the message side, and that's where it lost me. And then Chappie was just a shit show.
D. Antwood cannot act.
D. Antwood was awful. And when you hear what they did to poor Blomkamp they tortured him. They tortured him. They were fucking horrible to him on behind the scenes. And you can tell why, they were terrible. They ruined that fucking movie for me. But anyway, then he lost the Alien movie. He was supposed to do that. I don't know what he's doing now, but I would love to see a District 9 follow.
He's got a YouTube channel. I've seen some of his YouTube shorts. They're like high budget films, like short films. They're pretty good.
Yeah, I still think he has. I still think he's an immense talent.
Yeah,
I was really looking for it. I thought the Alien thing would have been a perfect blend of
RoboCop too. Remember, wasn't he supposed to do RoboCop also?
Yeah.
I thought he was.
I want to see him do anything with robots. Honestly, Chappie was. Chappie wasn't great. I like Chappie, but
it looked cool though.
Yeah, it looked great. Yeah, for sure.
I want to see him do someone else's material. I want to see him take a script that someone else wrote. And I want to see him do what a lot of directors do, and that's like take the script, make the movie, put your vision to it, and don't write your own thing this time. Not ever, but this time. This time I want to that's why I was looking forward to either Alien or RoboCop.
I'd take a Neil Blomkamp alien over Covenant, or I know you like Prometheus more than me, but I
No, I wasn't a big Prometheus fan.
Oh, you weren't? No.
No, really, no. I thought it looked cool.
Yeah, it looked nice.
Yeah. I actually liked the last one more than anything. I think I'm the only person who liked the last one. It just felt more alien to me.
Yeah.
It just felt more like an alien movie than the other ones did.
It felt like he was making a Prometheus sequel, but the studio was like, no, we need aliens in it too this time. And so like they get back from like talking about the meaning of man, and then you have a shower scene where an alien comes up and slaps. I was like, what is happening?
It's not great, but I still enjoy watching. All right, what's next?
Heroes 317. Hey guys, hope you're all well. Yo, everyone stay away from New Jersey and New York. We are getting better. We're opening up a lot of things. Movie theaters are not on the list yet, but we are on track. We just restricted 8 states that wants to come here. Please stay home.
Yeah, no shit. It's like it's true. I was talking to my buddy from back home, and I remember talking to him a few months ago, and it was the epicenter. It was the shit show. And he's like, no, man, it's getting better here now. And he's just like, we don't want anybody fucking getting near us. You know, it is getting better there. So they did a lot of work. Now it's the rest of the country that's starting to get worse. So that's good. Yep. All right, what's next?
That's good. What do we got next? SCHMOEBOTS. B. Arthur Can Get It is back. I've seen every single episode of Lost except the finale, and I still don't know how it ends definitively.
Wow.
That's insane.
That takes commitment. Well, listen, B. Arthur Can Get It. Sounds like you've got some time and a new TV, so go for it.
Yeah. I was also going to say, I think people who watch the finale still don't know how it ended, so I think you're good.
I know. I got corrected because I was like, oh, blah, 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 and somebody said, that's not how
That's right.
All right.
Your mom's a cunt.
Yeah. How dare you not know how things that you watched 10 years ago and that.
What do you got next, man?
How do you dare you interpret a vague ending like I didn't? Michael Red Dingus with the next two. I have to echo Riley. Man of Steel needs a sequel.
Agreed.
Yeah. And then next one, my mom's name is Cheryl. Hopefully Cheryl Dickpants isn't her. Doesn't sound like a name she would use, but you never know.
Cheryl Dickpants, the name that I told you how that came up, happened when I was in Austin, and I went to, it was during shooting a commercial where we saw District 9 at an Alamo Draft House. So there's a tie-in of a...
wow.
Well, there you go.
You go to the LA Alamo Draft House. I hear good things.
All right, we're gonna moving on here too. Once again, guys, the crew is back, and we're able to do that because of all the wonderful donations that you guys have here. Streamlabs.com/theschmoedown. Schmoebot is on. We've been about a half an hour left, so if you guys can do that, Ben's gonna read the remainder of this, and you switch over to Super Chat also because I know you guys have been putting some in Super Chat, so we'll get to those and we'll call it a day. All right, Ben.
Yes, sir. B. Arthur is back. Last one for today. Christopher Maloney is super underrated comedic actor. His performance in Happy, Wet Hot American Summer, Harold and Kumar are great, and he is easily the best part of a great show as down and out alcoholic Gordon in Harley Quinn.
He's really good. He's really good at comedy because he's not overdoing it. He plays it so like straightforward, and it's like I don't know. There's something about him. He's like, and he's gruff, and Kate, will you please watch this week?
Of course I will. Absolutely.
All
I'll
right.
watch it tonight.
All right, please.
I need to watch Harley Quinn. It gets mentioned literally every day.
I did not realize he was Jim Gordon in that show. That is the funniest character in that entire show. Like
he's so good, dude. He's so good. I'm telling you, RB3. I'm telling you, like if everybody watches at least the pilot tonight, so we can talk about it tomorrow, I would be very.
I'm down.
Also, him and Wet Hot American Summer just wearing that crop top while he cooks. I mean, it's like he didn't even have to say anything. Just wearing a crop top. Love him.
All right, what's next, Ben?
Yes, I am a doctor now. Following up with my dissertation defense announcement, defending basically means you get grilled by your committee for a couple hours, and they give you feedback on your write-up. One last stress test before they graduate you. Love you all so much. Hi, Brett.
Hey. I would have died doing something like that.
I know.
That's so ridiculous. Like, I realize you have to back up your opinion, but like, I don't know.
It's apparently so I asked one of my friends recently, I'm like, why do they call it defending your dissertation? I was like, it sounds like you're on trial. It sounds so aggressive. And they're like, well, basically you are.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
French Taunter. The Gucciverse will be having a Twitch affiliate party after the Schmoedown Star Wars match today. Join us to celebrate the next chapter in the Gucciverse. Also, Abby Frill will be joining new co-host Sabrina Ramirez on Ask Gucci tonight on Twitch, 12 Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific. That's facts.
That show, like, so the Gucci Universe and the Finstock Exchange, and all those. If you look at those shows, they have some of the most hardcore Schmoedown fans that you can find. But that show scares the shit out of me. They asked me the other day to come on that show. I tuned in. All I saw was Gucci, Eric Zipper, and Kaiser and Larry Payne with their shirts off. I'm like, no, thank you. Yeah. No, thank you. No, thank you. It looked like a scene out of. It was like the rejects from Magic Mike. It was like, I'm like, no, I'm all right. And then
full Monty.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm good. And then it's like, and God knows they're all drinking. I'm like that they're gonna. I want to put something on this on the beginning of that show that says this show is no way affiliated with.
The viewpoints expressed in this following show.
No. As soon as they have a drink, you just have someone going, no.
Yeah. Larry's my guy, though, man. Larry's my guy.
Yeah, I love Larry, but the show is terrifying. It's a fun show, and I was laughing watching them, but as you will never find me on that show.
Plenty of seats. Speaking of A League of Their Own, Matthew A. Cherry suggested on Twitter a sequel to it about about 3 black women who played in the Negro League. Colin Hanks and Gabrielle Union recently endorsed it on Twitter.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I did see that, and I think that would be a great story if you spun it off from that scene. Because I remember it's like in the championship game, because black players were obviously banned from playing with white players at that point, and you see the woman from the side just fires in this shot from like what would be like right field, and the woman on the mound just was like shaking her hand from how hard it was throwing. It would be great to do that for sure. And like Satchel Paige, I'd like to see a story about also. Has there ever been a movie? If there has, it's not a popular movie. Has there been a popular movie about Satchel Paige, RB3?
Not that I'm aware of. I'm not even sure who Satchel Paige is, honestly.
Oh, dude, do yourself a favor and look up Satchel Paige.
Well, Mahershala Ali just got cast as Jack Johnson, the boxer from the 30s.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that.
That'd be amazing if he got cast as Jack Johnson, the folk singer.
RB3 to answer you, Satchel Paige was the black baseball player they said was better than Babe Ruth.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
He just never got an opportunity to shine.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I was way off. 1908 to 1915, at the height of the Jim Crow era, he was the black heavyweight champ.
Jim Jones?
Jim Jones.
Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson.
Mahershala Ali just got cast as him. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the fight.
Sorry, Satchel Paige is the pitcher that I'm thinking of. But anyway, Satchel Paige was the pitcher from. He was the pitcher for American Negro League Baseball and Major League pitcher, who is notable for his longevity in the game. I'm thinking. See, Satchel Paige was he started playing.
Matthew Dawson donated $20. Happy was so underrated. Let's try to revive it. Also, hi Brett.
Gibson.
Hello.
Okay. Anyway, so we what's the next one there?
That would be awesome if we could get Happy back on TV, though.
Oh my gosh, if we
No,
got
that'd be
Happy.
amazing.
Oh, is it? We should get it trending.
Yeah.
Trash Panda, I sent a schmobot yesterday about drunk Brett, drunk dialing Roka and Winston. Can we change him to him calling Goddard and manager Kate?
Sure. Hold on. But you know what, Brett? You can complain about having a shelf life. Here we go.
Hey, Kate, you're my manager. I'm sorry it's 4 a.m, but I was just wondering, what is this whole shelf life thing that Kristian keeps saying?
It means that you've gone bad, basically. It means that we put you on the shelf and you did the thing you needed to do, but we can't really use you anymore because we're looking for some W's.
But why Ben keeps going?
Yeah,
let me cut him. I got him on 3
Oh,
3
God
Ben,
almighty.
did you think I could play again, or do I shelf life?
Go to bed.
No, I'm not sleeping. Because if you get to keep being in all the matches and getting
Yeah.
all the win,
You
I
know
gotta
what?
play.
Here it is. You be on SCN every day, and I'll play in the Schmoedown.
Okay, there it is.
Oh, douche!
So anyway, to correct myself, RB3. Yes, I was accurate. Where Satchel Paige was the pitcher I was thinking of. The player I was thinking of was Josh Gibson, and Josh Gibson was an American Negro League baseball catcher. Baseball historians consider Gibson to be among the very best power hitters and catchers in the history of any league, including MLB. In 1972, he became the second player to be inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame from those leagues. So there you go. So has Josh Gibson, Satchel Paige? Those are. I know that Jackie Robinson obviously has his own movie, but I think Satchel Paige and Gibson should have their own movies also.
Yeah,
Very
those would be
interesting.
amazing.
Yeah, man. All right. Next question here.
So Lord Attenborough, I'd love to see a Kill Bill Volume 3 and have Vernita Green, Vivica A. Fox, grown-up daughter return to avenge her mother's death. That would be badass. A Bumblebee sequel is also needed, in my humble opinion.
Well, the Kill Bill thing that was talked about.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Tarantino said when he made Kill Bill that he wanted to come back. I think he said 10 years later, which would have been a long time, which would have been in 2013, I think. But he wanted to make a sequel to that movie, so maybe we could see that, and then that Uma Thurman would probably have a very small role in that as the bride. But that would what I would guess that movie would be about is that Vivica A. Fox's daughter would be there to avenge her, and then realizing that there's probably something bigger at hand that she has to take care of. But I would love to see it. And how many more movies does Tarantino say he has left now? Yeah,
I thought two.
Right. And it always changes. What's that? There you go.
That was the theme song. Okay, heading over to Super Chat real quick. Azim, The Dream reviews. Number one thing you want to see in Cobra Kai Season 3? Kate, okay.
How do you not say Elizabeth Shue? You have to say Elizabeth Shue. Elizabeth Shue coming back as Allie. It was teased, and I need to see it. I need to see her come back. And it was funny because John Horowitz this morning tweeted out this thing about, I think he said 30-something years ago is when Mike Barnes and Terry Silver from Karate Kid 3 were introduced to the world. And then he said it was also, I think he said, I'm off on the years, but let's say 13 years ago, I asked my beautiful wife to marry me, and he was going through it. And I said, people read this statement and all they see is Terry Silver's coming back! Exclamation point. So it's like, so I'm curious if the fact that he's going to be in he's going. I think they said it's taking place in Okinawa. If that's the case, they can bring back some characters from Karate Kid 2. I'd be interested, but I'm looking forward to it, man.
For sure.
Right.
Larry Lease, Ben, glad to see you working again. Stay safe and healthy. Thank you, Larry. Deontay Wimbish sent a Schmoebot in right as the show ended yesterday. It played as the theme song played. Will be read again. It's from Tongue Punch Fart Box, by the way. I got it.
All right.
Trash. Yeah, we got that one. Trash Panda, that was the Incredibles one. Doomcock isn't Tom Dagnino.
It very well might be. It very well might be.
Nick Bascom, I've always wanted a We're the Millers 2. The cast worked great together, and they ended the first one with a good setup for the sequel. Oh. That was an underratedly funny movie.
It was a lot better than people thought it was going to be.
Yeah. F. James 72. Oh, go ahead, RB3.
Oh no, I was going to say we have about 900 people watching in the chat, but only 380 or about 350 likes. So people, please make sure to hit that like button before the end of this stream. That really helps get our numbers up and really make sure that we get pushed in the algorithm. So.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody. Haven't done this in quite a while here. We got Kate Mulligan. We got RB3. We got Ben Goddard here in the house here, and Brett. All right, everybody. So it is time 382. This is bullshit. We got to get ourselves to 500. My foot fell off. All right, everybody. 500. Can you get the 500? One time I got hit in the nuts with a spike bat, and I said thank you. All right, everybody. We're at 400 now. We got
400. Got to get to 500. Got to get to 500. Do you think that Mark Riley's hair is real? We don't know. 500. Let's get to 500. Got to get to 500. Wait a minute. Wasn't Mark Riley supposed to be on the show today? Or is that tomorrow? I'm not sure. We're going to figure it out tomorrow. All right, everybody. So one time I took a picture of my own. Oh, no, I'm not going to talk about it. This is a family show. All right, everybody. Going to move on over 500. Can we get to 500? We're at 423. We're going to do this for the rest of the show here. You're watching the first time on Twitter or Facebook. And this is the first time thing you've seen. You'll never come back. All right, everybody. Got to go back all over. 500. I've got 3 microphones here. I've never used this one here, too. And why do I have it? Who knows? 500. 433. You bunch of dicks. Hit 500. That's all you got to do. All you got to do is hit 500. Smash your fucking heads against the keyboard if you got to do it. It's not very hard to do. Oh, my goodness. You're so fucking lazy. Oh, my goodness. What else are you going to do? Oh, you're telling me to watch the thing? You can't even hit a like. Go fuck yourself. All right. Go to 500. Can get to 500. I tried to put that wonderful piece of headwear that RB3 has as a head, and I looked like a poser. All right, everybody. So going back on over to 500. Ben Goddard's here. What does he have in there? Oh, that's the oil in my car. All right, everybody. Going to 500. Going to get 500. Trying to get to 500. Can get to 500. We're at 448. Brett, 448.
448.
Perfect.
48.
Thanks a lot. That's best color man in the business. All right, here. 454. Trying to get to 500. Trying to get to 500. Looks like a snail on a walk. All right, everybody. Let's go. 500.
Come on, you shitwads.
That's right. Plug in into guitars, right, Kate? All right, 500. Let's get it. Let's get ready. 500. Great. All right. 455. You know what? I'm done with it. Go fuck yourselves.
Best business plan ever. You see, we call them shitwads and fuckwads, and we'll do anything we say.
Smack your dicks on the keyboard.
He said, bunch of dicks. Yeah, bunch of dicks. Do I hear?
Get your dick hit with a spike bat, please.
What's next?
FJM72. Why can't Bibbs join? He's always in the chat.
Who is?
Bibbs.
Oh, yeah. Why is it? What they say about that?
Like, why can't he join the show?
Because we have 87 people on the show.
Yeah. Jason Hattery. The Signal was a great thriller sci-fi and left with a huge cliffhanger that needs to be finished. Stars Lawrence Fishburne. I have not heard of that movie.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Emperor Dethroned. I would love to see the Gladiator 2 story with Russell Crowe battling through time and fighting in major wars.
Look, it's Russell Crowe.
The intro to X-Men Origins, but Maximus.
Yeah. I know they talked about, they were going to do a prequel, right, with Gladiator. I thought that was and Ridley Scott was going to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe is it still going to happen? I have no idea.
Daniel Almendrales. Hi guys, great seeing you all, even Kate. I would love to see a sequel to The Force Awakens. I don't know. Acknowledged The Last Jedi. It's my least favorite. Hi Brett.
Is that Doomcock?
It might be. Let's get ready to smoke down with the next two. I would love to see a reboot of Highlander and a sequel to The Last Starfighter.
Well, they talked about. Didn't we talk about that the other day on the show about Highlander? They said the Highlander's still supposed to come back. Like they said.
Really?
Well, I mean, I sent it to Roka to talk about. Thanks, John. So they said that the Highlander reboot is still going down. So I don't know. Yeah.
So that Laura Kelly promo that was pretty dark. Hi, Kate. Shug.
Hi, Shug.
Yeah, it was. Laura Kelly, if you guys are missing out on Laura Kelly's, I'm going to retweet it again right now. And you should all at least retweet it or watch it because, even Shannon's promo was really good too. She got the mask on talking. Like, they're going all in. And Laura Kelly, did you see the promo this morning, Kate? Laura Kelly's promo?
I didn't see hers. No.
So she's reading. Let me just play. I'm just going to play a little of the audio here.
Yeah.
Here's a little of the audio. Hold on.
Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Ace who spent the summer of 2020 rising to mediocrity.
Oh.
Now, Ace did not have to earn his place in this story. No. He got there by taking down a has-been named Ken Knapsack.
Oh.
Do you want to know what I think? I think Ken lost on purpose. I mean, he could pull in me, but not size Snoodles. I know he wanted to cheer on his friend, but that's low. And you didn't do your buddy Ace any favors that day, Ken. Now, I know you all have enjoyed Ace's little Cinderella story, but do you remember that moment in his match against Ken when he was all, "I'm going for the perfect match"? Oh, that was my favorite part. But now it's time for Cinderella to face a reckoning, dear children. Here's how it's gonna go. There's gonna be a moment in round 1, you watch for it, when you will get to see the lifeblood drain from a grown man's face as he realizes he's playing against a competitor who is actually trying. One that's motivated. One that didn't miss in their last match. And one that would have known to challenge Ken Knapsack when he got General Merrick's first name wrong in round 2. I'll admit, when I neutralized the boy formerly known as Sean Sullivan live on Twitch a few weeks ago, now available on YouTube, I was trying to be gentle. But if Sean was but a mere pebble in my road to revenge against Alex Damon, you, Andres Cabrera, are a tumbleweed that didn't even make it onto the road before I crushed you and left you to rot in the sun. I am your reckoning, Ace, and I am on a mission. So I recommend you stay the hell.
So good.
Do we have eyes on her? Like, 'cause I think she sounds like she legit is going to kill Ace. I don't know.
She's actually right behind you, Brett.
She is absolutely.
You are a shit person.
She is no joke. She is no joke. She's
That's insane. And to be able to say that about Ace. Oh.
I know. She doesn't give a shit.
I gotta tell you, now that she's not playing against Sullivan anymore, Sullivan's obviously my guy, but now that I'm like, I love her.
Yeah, she's great. She's really good. Yeah. So if you want to watch that promo, it's on my. I just gave it a retweet, so you can check it out. It's on my Twitter, or you can just go to the Facebook groups. It's awesome.
You can see that Shannon's really had her
effect.
Effect.
Hey, listen,
the little laugh that she does.
no matter how much the dark side Laura Kelly want to go, the light side always wins. So we gotta watch out for that.
We'll see. I mean, look, it's funny because you have like Ace, who is clearly on the light side. I think Dimolanta is like a gray Jedi. He's like right in the middle because if you heard him on his podcast this week, he's definitely jumping towards the dark side a little bit. But he can play on both sides. But Laura Kelly is good. I can feel your anger
From a Jedi.
It's working for her too. It's like,
soon you will join Shannon and corruption, and everyone else will die.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't think Laura missed a question in her match either. I think she just went to multiple choice one time.
Yeah, she's no joke, man. She is. Look, it's between the three of them right now, and all three of them can give Damon a run for his money. So we'll see what happens. But that's again today, 3 p.m. PST on twitch.tv/theschmoedown. Don't miss it. You can follow us today right now on Twitch so you get updated. And then there's a lot. What's great is a lot of people have been gifting subs while we've been doing doing the match. Has been working really well too, and it'll be great. So all right, let's get to a few more and let's get to
another one from us here at Schmoedown. I need a sequel about female porn star number 3 from Crank High Voltage. Bring back the original actor, and she can do all her own stunts.
I have already begun filming.
It's my proudest IMDb credit.
Talk about a gag reel.
He'll be here on open mic, ladies and gentlemen, and the Bandit.
Mark gave me a solid 15 real quick. Bobby Jackson, Christian trying to get people to watch Happy sounds like everyone else trying to get you to watch The Thing.
the truth. Yeah, well, no, but I don't ever deny that A, The Thing would be good, or B, that I won't enjoy it. It's just it's one of those things. I just didn't get around to watching it, but I will because I have to now because you guys got us to the subs.
Yep. Trash Panda back over on Streamlabs. I'd love to see a Superbad sequel just to see how those characters turned out in their 30s.
Which one was that, Ben? I'm sorry.
Superbad.
Superbad. Yeah, that would be actually pretty funny.
Tongue Punch Fart Box. I'd like a sequel to Power Range 2017. I grew up with the series and enjoyed the darker take this movie offered. They left us with the cliffhanger and them revealing Tommy Oliver, and I think it would be dope to see a darker version of his storyline.
I agree. I never hated on the fact that they were making that movie. I just knew that it was past my. It was past my time. As far as when that movie came out, I remember like Cody Hall and Christian Rubalcaba were all excited about it. That was like their kid show. That was like their He-Man, right? Mm-hmm. And so when I saw that movie, I was like, I thought Dacre Montgomery did a really good job in that, and
the cast was good. Naomi
Scott, yeah. So it was and what Becky G and all. I thought it was a good cast. It just didn't do very well.
But hey, there's that great Power Rangers movie trivia showdown that we did.
It was,
so
it's true.
Check that out.
Yeah. Well, it's not on our channel anymore, so they don't have. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Way to go, RB3.
Yeah. No.
A Saint Pussy Lips the Doomcock.
Wait, what was the name?
Saint Pussy Lips the Doomcock. Thank you, Christian. I'm sure you really didn't hear that the first time. My favorite moment from the R-rated version of The Incredibles 2 is when the villain Doomcock chokes his chicken and promotes his Pornhub premium channel, starring himself with Lisa Ann. Thank you, God.
Hey crew, what would be a good city for old man Snake Plissken to escape from? How about escape from Miami, escape from Tokyo, maybe escape from Rio? Kurt Russell still has one more snake film in him. Maybe Carpenter returns. Give me your thoughts.
Escape from Paris. That would be a good one. But they talked about it. Remember, for when Gerard Butler was like, king shit action guy when he first hit the scene, he was supposed to do. I know. He was supposed to do it. He was supposed to do the remake. He was supposed to be Snake Plissken.
Really?
And, and then it fell through. But a couple of different times. So that could be interesting. I don't know.
We'll just put them together and be like, escape from falling Paris.
Yeah. But I'd be down for Kurt Russell coming back to see if he could. I mean, shit, if Rambo can come back, why can't Plissken?
Right. Solo Attenborough. I'm probably also on the minority on this, but Han Solo sequel would be dope. I'd be fine with a 4 to 6 episode limited series on Disney Plus. I think they can do a lot with young Han Solo, similar to what they did with young Indy.
Yeah, I'm more of Crimson Dawn TV series with Han making a couple appearances. I just think it's too much. It's too much pressure to put on Alden to do that role. I'm I know there's a lot of people who actually would want to see it. I'm just not in that camp.
You said Crimson Dawn. I thought you were talking about Red Dawn. I was like, why is he talking about Red Dawn right now?
Crimson Dawn was the
gang organization. PLD. Hey guys, I want to see a sequel to Warrior that was at least in script stage at one point. Interested to see how that dynamic changes. To start on brand, all cast Ed Harris as Nick Nolte's brother.
So I think that Warrior, it could. Possibly the problem that Warrior had was the same. It's like beloved by people now, right? People love that movie now when they watch. It didn't do well in the theater, so it's the same. It's like I would be totally up if they put some money into it and making a Netflix movie. Make Warrior 2 for Netflix, and because now, back in the day, it was a bad stigma that came along with making VOD movies, right? It's like, oh, they didn't have enough, so it's going to be shit. Now you can get a really good movie on from the budgets and stuff too, and they don't want to put the risk on losing the amount of money that it takes to make the movie and putting it in the theaters. So I'd be down for that to be on like Netflix or something.
For sure. Garrett Am Lee. What's up, my dudes? Why do you think they don't remake movies that had great potential but were executed poorly the first time? And if you had to pick a bad movie for someone to remake, that would be great. Which would it be? Aragon is one of mine.
That's a good one. I'll give you one that no one here has probably even heard of. Is the Slugger's Wife. It was a baseball movie with Daryl Palmer and Rebecca De Mornay, and it was back in the day when the Atlanta Braves were shit, and it was before they won their championship, or before they won their championships and got to the series so many times. And at the time, the home run record hadn't been broken yet by Steroid City, and it was Palmer is the name of the character, but anyway, Palmer he winds up breaking the home run record, or having a season where he's breaking it, and he's doing it because he has this relationship with De Mornay, and all this shit goes down. Randy Quaid is in it. It's bizarre, but I always thought it could be a really good baseball movie. Anyway,
did they do a second Kangaroo Jack or no?
Yeah, they didn't do it right. I need a gritty Kangaroo Jack.
True.
Storm
Troops
Shadow
here.
rocks. The movie Bingo Long, Traveling All-Stars and Motor Kings with Billy D. Williams and James Earl Jones is one to check out. Billy Long is loosely based on Satchel Paige.
Oh, there you go.
Okay,
There you have
Matthew
it.
Dawson. I'd love to see another Mad Max. There was talk of a Furiosa movie, but haven't heard anything in a while.
Well, yeah, there was news of the Furiosa. We talked about it on this show recently.
Yeah.
George Miller came out and said that they were still kind of actively working on it, I believe.
Yeah, I just think there hasn't been any news because nothing's filming right now.
Right, nothing's happening.
Marshall Weeks. Here's another Netflix recommend. The Public directed and stars Emilio Estevez. Really good movie with a great cast. Alec Baldwin, Christian Slater, Michael Kenneth Williams, Jeffrey Wright, amongst others. So The Public. Yeah.
Well, also, let's just jump to Super Chat real quick. Bobby Jackson put another one. He said, it's not a popular movie, but I'd love to see a sequel to The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yes.
I actually think The Man from U.N.C.L.E. was more popular from the people who actually saw it. I think people who saw it really enjoyed it.
I loved it.
I just don't think a lot of people saw it, but I think it was popular. So, which I don't disagree that when you say it wasn't popular, that not enough people saw it, but I don't know.
It's built for sequels. It's like Bond. It's like
It's based on a series.
Yeah. So I would definitely love to see that. I'd back that.
Christian Alante, this isn't a movie sequel, but I'd love to see a sequel series to Avatar and Legend of Korra. I think Legend of Korra was underappreciated and would continue to love a series that continues to explore that world in a new time period. Eric Lane, there was a great 1996 HBO movie called Soul of the Game about the signing of Jackie Robinson. Delroy Lindo as Satchel Paige, Mykelti Williams as Josh Gibson, and Blair Underwood as Jackie Robinson. Really great film, definitely worth a watch. I own the DVD.
Never saw that one. Okay, well, there you go. So I think that there was some. There's definitely some movies, man. I'm talking about like uber popular ones that come out, and I think this should have more of a focus there for sure.
For sure.
All right, how many more?
We got about 4 more.
Okay.
Allen Valley. I just binged both Pacific Rim movies. Would love to see a third one, but only if Guillermo del Toro comes back. I thought the second one lost some of the creative vision from the first.
Yeah,
that was my thought on the first one, but go ahead.
I don't know if I need to see a third one. I think that the problem with those movies too is that as much as I love Del Toro, he spends way too much money on those movies. And if I was a studio, I'm like, dude, we're not paying another $200 million to make these movies. No one's seeing them.
Yeah.
And your accountant for every movie there has ever been. Kristian Harloff.
Trust me, you'd want me on for that one.
I know, I would. Believe me.
David Jones over on Super Chat. I would love to see a Trick or Treat 2. There was rumors of a sequel back in the day, but I haven't heard anything since. That's good. It's a little anthology Halloween movie. Mr. Anus. After hearing that Kelly preview and with the promo quality in general this season, will you have people pre-record their promos like this even when we get back in studio? They seem so much less rushed this way.
Which one was that again?
Laura Kelly's promo.
Wait, can you read that again?
After hearing that Kelly preview and with the promo quality in general this season, will you have people pre-record their promos like this even when you get back in studio? They seem so much.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there was stuff that we always wanted to do, I can't give enough credit to the production team that we have now with the difference of what we have, like Thad and Adam and Cody and Christian Rubicon and all those guys when they were at Collider, they were so good on working on the Schmoedown, but they also had to juggle all the stuff that they were doing on Collider also. So there was so much that I wanted to do that I couldn't do, and understandably so, because Thad and crew had to work on like separate things, plus they were working on the weekends to work on the Schmoedown. So and Thad went kind of above and beyond a lot of the stuff that he did for the Schmoedown, but I didn't have all the stuff that I wanted. So fast forward to today, what I have, I have the Skybound team with Brian Mitchell and Courtney Luby and Kim Bowden and Michael Aronson and Ryan, all these people now that are Jack, Ian, all these people who are helping now, and they're working a lot on Schmoedown. And it's like I can do stuff like this. I can do these social promos. Like Jack and Ryan run like the social team now, and we have like this back and forth and understanding of how we want to hype these matches. So the hype for the matches, I believe, have been a lot stronger than in previous seasons.
For sure. Philly G also talked about there's a movie called Soul of the Game that follows Jackie Robinson, Satchel Paige. It's available through Amazon. Oh man, solid. And that's it, guys. That's the show.
Kristian wants you to have to read one more so he can see your face when he cuts you off with a soundbite.
I'm good. I'm good.
All right, RB3, take us out.
All right, cool. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. I just want to shout out to Speed Racer. That's the sequel I would have wanted to see too.
Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah.
That video on this channel, by the way, the Speed Racer video, it just continues. It's got almost like 1 million views. It's crushing.
Yeah. Chris Harloff did great.
Yeah, man. Really. All right, thank you guys for joining us here today on the show. Make sure you check out the match today. It is Laura Kelly, Andre 3 p.m. PST on twitch.tv/The Schmoedown. Check out Brett Sheridan on the shelf, Ben Goddard. Check him out. Bobby Jackson does say, what do you think of the news of Mahershala Ali playing Jack Johnson? Bobby, we're going to cover that tomorrow because I want to get into that a lot. That's really great that he's playing Jack Johnson. All right. Thank you to RB3. Thank you to Kate. Thank you to everybody here today for joining us on the show. Really appreciate it. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.